I'm bringing y'all in. All right. I think that makes us live there. Look at all these
Heyo,
pretty
wee
people.
woo.
Wee,
Hoot, 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 hoot,
that's all
hoot.
right. So, but we're good, folks. Hope everyone's doing well. Bring on a little background. Ready to play a little alien RPG tonight. Chariot of the Gods. Here on the Rejects channel. We've got a few people sitting in chat. They'll start slowly falling in. Who knows? Might have a few raids tonight. You never know. But if I remember correctly, somebody's in trouble. We better. So, yeah,
Somebody
yeah.
else.
Somebody's
Somebody.
running away.
Maybe only
So,
one
or
person.
as you turn to the door shuts on you and you can't get out. Oh no, folks! Yeah, we're here to play a little alien RPG. I'm Duff563, or known as Prater, here on the Prater Rejects channel. We run RPG games throughout the week here on Twitch and sometimes over on YouTube. Hope everybody is doing well. Characters, players, my peeps that are playing tonight. Let's introduce yourself. Tell us who you are, where they can find your lovely self on the interwebs, what's going on in your life, on your channel, things like that. And then we'll do a quick recap and see what happens. So that puts us up first with Miller. Hello, everybody.
Hey everybody, I'm Captain Miller, also known as Winged Horizon on Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, but mostly on Instagram. And of course, some people just call me Josh. And I'm playing, again, Captain Miller. I'm the captain of this ship. I try to run a tight ship, but this ship that we're on right now is, well, not exactly ours, and I can't wait to get off of it.
You know, and where can they find you there?
They can find me on
good sir.
Instagram.com/winged horizon.
Oh, I did it by Josh. Okay, you know what? I can't even remember my own damn commands. So, you know what? That's just sad. I'll get it together sooner or later. You know how it is.
You're doing your best, buddy.
Hey, it's always something on this channel, and so you know what? I just don't run away from it. I embrace it.
We believe in you.
Okay, so there we go. Next up there is Davis.
Well, that's me.
That's
Hi,
you.
I'm Darling Creepshow, just your resident creep on Twitch. You might find me on my channel playing D&D or other various TTRPGs, as well as painting D&D miniatures. And tonight, I am your pilot, Davis. I am just hanging out, kind of watching what everybody's doing, keeping tabs while also saving my own ass.
Yeah. Where can and what's going on? Anything exciting coming up for you?
Um, wow. I mean,
Painting,
right.
gaming.
So right now, every Monday is my Monday Midnight Society, where we paint spooky themed miniatures and watch B-rated horror films on my channel. And right now, I've been working on the miniature bust from my fundraiser. It was the top giveaway won by DM Yeti, and it's the Hag Bondy, so aptly named by Jay because he's a funny man. Hugh, Hugh, Hugh.
Funny.
And you can find me as Darling Creepshow on fucking everything.
You go. Next up is Rye.
Hi guys, it's me, Little Bones 309. I'm your resident indie gamer, as creep is your resident creep. And that's all I do over on my channel is I play indie games. We just had our first episode of Dev Talks where I interview developers while I'm playing their game. And it went swimmingly. And I'm still in shock at how well it went. And I'll be playing Rye, your roughneck, who's in a little bit of a precarious situation right now. And I'm very, very scared. And you can find me as all over the internet as Little Bones 309.
Next up, Cham.
Hey, this is Nightsteed. I'm Cham, the other roughneck. And yeah, it's not looking too good, people. Just not looking good. I go from here to on Mondays. I get to face a demon on ETU on Praetor's Rejects. Yay.
Just posted an episode. We'll have another one coming up. I'll probably get it out tomorrow, or yeah, today's Thursday, so it'll be Friday night. Yep. New episode will be posted tomorrow. So check it out on our YouTube channel. Last but not least is Wilson.
Hello, I'm Wilson, aka Duragrax. So you can find me on Twitter at DuragraxDND. You can find me here on Twitch, mostly in Darling Creep Shows and Little Bones Sunday 5e campaign that I run.
Okay. Now all the links were posted there. Give them some follows, some loves, all that kind of fun stuff, folks. Because it's the name of the game. That's how we got started. So that being said, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch an alien by the toe. Recap. You know what? It's got to be Cham. It's got to be Cham. It's night. Just give us a little recap of what's happening and where things stand right now.
What's happening right now? We foolishly split up. Although I'm of the opinion that the captain knew exactly what he was doing and sent the two of us blue collar people to our doom.
Where your captain's a she, even though he's played by he.
Well,
so it's a they.
I just wear a beard sometimes.
Yeah, that's right.
It looks good on you. It's good look.
But Cham looked into a room full of radiation, the reactor room, and found a nesting alien.
Something.
Who has turned its head and looked at him, and he is backpedaling and motioning to run.
Something like that.
Yeah, that been nobody expected a derelict ship to be filled with anything.
Well, I mean, so you got to remember. So the party was on their way to do a high-paying job to the colony of Sutter colony. Sutter. Oh gosh, forgot the back end, but it's just Sutter colony. And as they were asleep, they were rerouted to another part of space where they were given a new mission that a missing derelict medical ship was the beacon, the homing beacon, SOS beacon was discovered, and they were rerouted to figure out what's going on with this ship and to save any and all cargo and whatever else they can find for their owner, Weyland Yutani. And so they got there, and after dealing with almost running into the spaceship, they were able to board it. That is Miller, Cham, and Rye boarded it in their spacesuits, and journeying a few spots, they made their way down to, two of them made their way down to the reactor room, where they found out it was very much destroyed, but the reactor door, the sealant door, was open. There was a bunch of junk in there. And one of the things that was a crinkly old spacesuit. Like it had been burned pretty bad. But in actuality, they were trying to do the cleanup process that kind of woke it up. Woke the spacesuit up. Wasn't really a spacesuit at all, but some kind of life form. That a bit of its head was kind of buried under the rubble, but when it started to move, what they began to see was more like what a beluga whale looks like, but that's just the head of the damn thing. And it is burned pretty bad. You can see the skin was all charred and bad looking, but they just, so you gotta remember they're in these big old spacesuits with these big bubble heads, big old fishbowl heads, and the light kind of moving around, and so not really crystal clear. And so the other two, yes, and that's the three. So Miller, the captain, left the two and went to go scrounge around and end up being the one that finds a bazooka gun, basically pulse rifle up on the first level, but that's on the other side of the ship, away from everybody. And we have, I believe, Wilson, the Weyland Yutani corporate exec, is actually in a spacesuit making his way over, I believe, from the Montero, and the space pilot Davis is still kicking back up in a chair, probably spinning up a martini or two, popping a few pills. You know, who knows what the hell Davis is doing?
Who's to say? Who's to say?
Exactly.
You know, I heard never take medication on an empty stomach. Okay, I'm just following doctor's orders.
That's right. Well, you may have found that Cham had made a couple extra sandwiches because Cham makes the best rye sandwiches. And you know, so you might hear Davis between chomping and sipping, you know, saying some stuff. Who knows with this group, folks? This is just what's so good about this module. But that is where so we left the action as this creature began to make itself awakened up due to the noise and was lifting itself up out of this pile, which Cham can clearly see was some type of nest or something that it was in. They do know that they have a small reactor leak that is beeping because of their suits. And they have an issue in that, according to the readouts that Rye is seeing, to get the engines online, the room has to be cleaned and there has to be some work done on the outside of the ship, which is a biatch of some work have to do. But then that's where we left it off. And so that's where we pick it up, because you know what that entails, folks, when we do that. I don't think we had done it yet. So let me come over here because where's my clear initiative on? Holy mackerel, Batman. What have they done to the combat tracker here? Well, I'm going to clear them out because we need to roll initiative. For everybody, because you all do have comms that are attached to each other to be able to chat. Davis was able to watch actual visual representation of what was happening from the cameras that are embedded into the little light units that are part of the spacesuit. Everybody else has just got regular comms. And you got to remember also, folks that are watching, this is what we've expressed as 80s tech in modern space. Go figure. You thought we might have figured it out by then, get off monochrome screens by then, but no, we haven't. And we don't have lasers and we don't have all that fun stuff. We got, you know, pulse rifles and big old suits of, you know, to walk around and it can't see shit. So, you know, hey, can't figure it out. But let's pick up the action there. What we need to do is when you open up a character sheet, this will be for everybody, you go to the main page. No, I'm sorry, combat page. I apologize. I've got to remember the character sheets. You go to the combat tab. Over on the left-hand side in the combat actions area, there is a first little button that says initiative. Start rolling some dice. If you roll the same number as somebody else, you will see that you don't get initiative. You got to keep rolling until you do get a unique number. You are not allowed to have the same initiative as everybody.
Are you wanting all of us to do it?
Oh, I need all of you to do it because this is going to, yes.
This is for combat, right?
This is for, well, you'll figure it out.
Yep.
You'll know. But I need, Miller, go ahead and roll initiative. You got a few, because then I will roll for. No, keep rolling until you get a unique number. Because so if you don't know what your number is, make sure you have your combat tracker open, because that will then show you initiative. And initiative goes from high to low. I mean, from low number 1 to 10. Now, Mr. Xenomorph over here, where's his initiative? Okay. Well, apparently, I will roll.
I'm on 8.
A 6, no. Actually, this is really strange. I must have a setting off because I want y'all to see my rolls. I want show GM rolls. There we go. So, all right. So I can have a 4. Okay, look at that. That's a 10.
Well, there's 2 10s already, though.
Yeah.
So, well, So I got a 10. The bad news, that's the good news, is that puts the neomorph, which you won't know what it is, but it is, some type of creature, is at the bottom of the initiative order here. However, in Alien RPG, the aliens get 2 spots in initiative. And so they get to go twice while y'all get to go once. And so I get to roll again. until like, oh, I got an 8 and a 10. Isn't that just not very fair? Okay, so there are two. In the combat tracker, you will see this is how I track the aliens. Is I put 2 individuals there. You're going to target the last one. Or we'll take the hit points and whatever happens against the last one. The other one up above is just a representation inside the combat tracker of when they get to go. So just so you know, but I will only be tracking the one that's in the 10th place. All right. That being said, we start at the top of the order with Rye, folks. If you look on your mappy there, Rye was, my good friend, Chamo, let's go down there and fix the reactor relay. But, you know what? I don't like what I'm seeing, so I'm running out the door. Best of luck to you. See ya. So, Rye.
Yes,
what are you doing?
Duff. I'm running
doing?
Away. What do you think I'm doing?
I'm just, you and best buddy Cham, your best pal ever. Good old.
Who has a shotgun?
Yeah, does have a shotgun. That is true. So, that being said, yes. So you have, remember, in movement, you have a zone of movement. So you may step through the door into the hallway area, and that is considered. And in that hallway area, you pretty much can move where you want to, but that is it as far as a zone. That'll be what we call your fast movement.
Can I run here?
Yes, I will. Yeah, I allow it because basically that's just a
Okay.
long hallway, but that's where you're kind of booking through it. But I consider that one zone, that hallway. Okay.
And can I talk on the comms at the same
You
time?
can scream bloody murder all you want there, Rye.
I'm gonna get on the comms, and I'm not going to scream. I'm gonna say very quietly, we have a problem, a big problem.
Do you not have the right tools or something?
Much bigger.
Sorry. I enjoyed this part a lot the first time.
Is there some? You said "uh-oh" before. You said something with the reactor. What's going on?
Hold that thought. Rye, you can if there's anything else explaining before Miller's asking those questions, or you just wanting to say we have a big problem and you're booking out the door?
That's all. I'm gonna say in my smart noodle head. That's all. Rye's gonna be able to get out at the moment. Until she's well hidden away from whatever this is.
Okay. So then when you're done, you pass your turn, which is on the combat tracker, the little down arrow next to the spacesuit dude. No, it's the spacesuit dude. My bad. To hit the spacesuit dude or next actor, and that will pass their turns. So open up you have your combat tracker open, Bones. The little dual swords in the upper right hand corner of Fantasy Grounds. That's your combat tracker, and that's going to show you where everybody's order is at. Okay, and then down the bottom left hand corner, when you're done with your turn, you hit the little spacesuit dude. That passes your turn. Now,
I did it.
Now, Davis, what are you doing, Davis?
I'm going to, because I can see everything that's going on.
Somewhat, yes. You saw that there's something moving in front of Cham, and Cham's probably staring dead at it right now. Yeah, so we probably
I would think they're eye to eye.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair to say.
Didn't he say he just turned around and started running like a bat out of hell?
I don't recall. I don't. No, I heard Rye did, but Cham. I left Cham as soon as he was looking at it. I cut the game as that he just watched this thing start turning and rising up out of the nest, and that's where we cut the movie. This episode.
So Rye and Cham are on C deck, right?
Correct.
What deck is Miller on right now?
A deck.
A. Okay.
I'm on B deck actually.
Oh, you're on B?
you are?
I'm sorry. Did I judge that wrong? Hold on.
I'm on B deck. They're on C deck. I think the other one, what's his name?
I correct myself. I forgot. You are on B deck. You had just moved down from the armory and checked out the corporate suite, which is the Wayland Yutani suite, and it was locked up, and you were getting ready to move through the door. Yes, my bad. Yep, correct.
So I see that something is going on, and where is... This is going to be a really sus question. Where is the connecting door from this ship to the other ship?
So each you're on top of each ship is what we call the airlock system, and between the two is the connecting bridge. That is kind of it's got its own system, airlock system part of it. So it's all, but that if you're one of the doors, there's one up on top of your ship, and there's one on top of the Kronos.
So where did they have to go through? Like, what room did they have to go to?
They came through the A. So if you pull up deck A, I'll bring that up for you. You will see that in top of junction A1, there is that little down sloping area is the airlock and a ladder that comes down from it.
Okay.
That is where right now, I believe Wilson is headed to through the umbilical, what we call the umbilical connector tube.
What about on Montero, where I'm currently? Because I'm on Montero.
So behind, if you look at Montero, that's fine. I can send that to you also. You will look at, so the Montero connector is going to be the far western, where that ladder going up. Yeah.
Why don't I see it? Why am I'm only?
Oh, I'm sorry. Here, we send it to you.
This one up.
So, just sent you the Montero map, right?
I believe it's where Wilson is standing right now.
Wilson's right now. I consider Wilson. I think you were already moving up out of the
Sorry,
airlock.
my fantasy grounds looks really weird. Like I have nothing but Cronus deck A up now, and
okay,
I don't know how to get out of that.
So the whole map is showing, you mean, or the window itself? Because
the window itself is just that map.
Okay, so you can if you click on the map and keep your left button clicked down, you should be able to grab the map window and move it around.
Maybe I'm not explaining myself well.
You can minimize the size on the right hand
like
side.
An asshole.
That's fine. Don't worry about close the maps all you want. That's easy. And so if you've got
I had my maps open, but then whenever you brought something up, it literally just brought up that map, and now I have nothing
else your fault, Duffy.
on my
So I just sent the map again. So did it not show back
up?
up?
I backed out on accident, and now fucking Christ. What is my existence right now?
That's okay.
There's fantasy grounds on my fucking computer. Why isn't it showing up?
It'd be under F unless you put an icon on your desktop for it.
It's okay. I don't know what's happening now. I just ruined everything.
We'll get
technology.
there.
It's no better here than it is
technology.
there.
That's right.
Help!
That's right.
I'm a boomer.
Okay.
I don't know how to do anything.
Open up.
Why? What? Now I can't find Fantasy Grounds on my computer. I gotta search it. What the hell? There it is.
Hi, folks. One moment, please. Technical.
My bad.
I'm not sweating it.
Our pilot's gotten lost.
That's right. Yeah.
He's lost in the sauce.
Okay.
Lost in the sauce.
So get connected and then grab your.
What does this button do?
I'm gonna call over to comms. And would I know how to like lock down the airlock? So like people can't pass back to Montero.
Yeah, I mean,
asking for a friend.
You basically could go over to the airlock, as you know Wilson's Wilson's headed that way and going up and out already. Yeah, you could go up the airlock and lock it out. Surely. Yeah.
So I'm gonna start making my way to do that, but at the same time, before I do that, I'm gonna call to comms like something doesn't seem right, guys. I'm on my way to airlock. You've got, and I like look at my wrist. You got about 5 minutes to get back to this ship.
Okay.
Bitch.
Okay. That's fine.
Right.
Anything else?
I think it's time for
that
countdown to.
Well, so basically, what happened is that Davis has moved out of the bridge into the galley and is using comms, or you could say that as she was leaving the bridge area, yelling out that what she just did.
I say specifically to Miller, that pulse rifle, get that ready. You might need that.
Okay. Right?
Davis, what are you talking about? They're just having
It's
some
Miller's turn,
mechanic
so
players.
you
Oh,
can.
okay.
It's your turn, Miller, because that's basically
I thought
all.
Can
you were
we
allowed to go
back and forth too, or is it
Yeah,
just
well,
like,
I'm allowing it because y'all are close to each other in the dialogue here, so y'all
Okay, cool.
y'all aren't really engaged, so there is some back and forth going on. So no problem. Go ahead
yeah,
and
go
resume.
ahead, Miller. What do you say?
Go ahead, Miller. You can talk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would just, Davis, what are you talking about? Rye's just having some technical issues or some personal
No,
thing.
I'm seeing something big on Champ's screen. It's not, something's wrong. Something doesn't seem right. This is a problem, Miller.
You think something this whatever caused this?
Get back to the ship, Miller.
On my way. And I yell to, I say, Rye, Sham, get back to the ship too. Leave what you're doing.
Okay. Davis, you can pass your turn. So you open up your combat tracker, which is the double swords in the upper right-hand corner. That'll pop up the tracker. There you go. Now, okay, Miller, back to you are on deck B, and you were getting ready to head into what we thought was the living area. What are we doing? You're muted.
Junction B1 would be how I get back up, correct? Not the stairwell, but the junction B1.
You can, that goes up to each junction gets you. You've got junctions, and then there's actually a stairwell in the center, which is also part of getting to the air scrubbers and all. It's a stairwell that gets between the levels of that shaft area to work on that. But junction A1 junction, the one junction gets you up to the top where the airlock is. Yes, that is correct.
I'm just gonna be like, Ride, Champ, Davis, tell me what the hell's going on up there. I'm on my way.
They're below you.
Or what's the hell going on down there? I'm on my way, and I'm gonna go as fast as I can. I suppose. I'm not sure how many blocks I can go.
Well, so you could get into the next hall if you're going backwards, back up the way you came. Then you can get in. You can get into the hallway. You can move into there, heading toward B1. That's correct. Yep.
Perfect. All right, that's gonna be my turn. Let me go ahead
Okay.
and switch it.
Okay, folks. Now here we go. Chammy, buddy, Paolo.
Yes.
You have this creature that's in a room full of radiation and a mess. Cham, so Cham, you run out of the reactor room and you're running toward Rye. Okay.
Yeah, because that thing is sitting basically in space, in radiation, and is looking at and is moving.
Mm-hmm.
No, no.
Not. We're smart.
Okay. Is that your?
Yep, that's all I can do, right?
You had a gun, but that's okay. Apparently,
I mean, yeah, if it comes through and
you're going to pass your turn, so you don't hold turn. You don't hold.
I'm saying next go round if I need to, I've still got a shot.
Okay. Oh, what am I gonna do
This
here?
is above our pay grade.
Ugh.
I'd say too far above our pay grade.
Yeah. So.
Do you think I did the motion tracker yet?
I don't want to die.
Oh, how bad do I feel? How bad, folks, do I want to do this? So that they wouldn't know. I told them his characters beforehand, but before aliens in this game, where only humans can move through one zone, aliens can move through two zones, and so their movements, quite unfortunately, don't afford them safety. So I will tell you, two things happen. Yes, the alien is moving and crawling, and you see it It doesn't really have eyes in its per sense, but it does have what you think some type of sensor, this long head nostril type function. It does have some holes in front, and it is using scent. And it moves through, and you see it come through the door, and you first see its head first come, as it slowly moves out, this beluga thing, and it just kind of is booming, and then it stops, and it apparently is not only but of smell but of sound too, and it's clanking, noisy, big, burdensome spacesuits alert its presence of where y'all are at. Now, another thing happens as we're sitting there. Davis, you let me back up 1 second and have to ask for a question. Wilson, exactly where did you think, or where were you assuming you were going to be at when we left last week?
I did not assume I would be on the ship, or if I was, I would be on that first deck.
On the Kronos, though, right? Not on the Montero.
Yes.
Okay. Finally done. I have no problem with that. You'll be coming in out of the airlock, moving down to A1. So we'll put your
Okay.
we will put your let's go to A1, and let's put Wilson coming out of the airlock into the junction area. Okay. Okay. What's going to happen, Davis? As you've made this call out, and you're trying to tell your friends to get their shit together, something's happening and all that. You were moving through out of the bridge area and getting into the hallway when there is like what you best could be described as a power surge on the Montero. And it just basically, everything, like the engine, everything just goes, just a flash. And then it pumps back up. Everything starts, and all the screens start going. It's like a basically you would consider it maybe like a reboot, but it was just as you move through the deck and you were calling out, this thing flashes in the whole Montero, and at the same time, all of y'all on the Kronos, the engines and power just all of a sudden spikes alive on the Kronos. The lighting start like how fluorescent lights in the old movies that would tinker on and off and flashing, and then you would feel the gravity really kicking in. Y'all really settled in. It was there but very faint. It was enough to keep you locked to the floor, but you really feel it pick into gear. And then you hear this kang, 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 kang. It was like it's a weird sound echoing throughout the ship. It's not really metal on metal, but it sounds similar to that kank, kank, kank. And it's, I'd say it's every 30, 40 seconds. It's not in rapid fire, but kank, kank you don't know what it is yet. But something's happening to the Kronos. And this creature reacts to that. As this creature comes to the door, and as he's doing that, this kicks in, and this noise and the sound and the gravity, and it just it freezes in its place for a second. Wilson, what do you do?
So, heeding Davis's call that the ship will be locked down, I will have Wilson go back onto the ship.
You're turning around and going back.
Yes.
Okay. So that'll put you back up into the airlock then, as you're headed toward the umbilical or zone, because I would consider you an A1, and the airlock's going to be on the top of the ship, which would be another zone. Okay. All right. Anything else you want to do or say before you pass your turn?
No. That
Okay.
is it.
Okay. All right.
Guess he's not overseen after all. Did you
Wilson
yes or
didn't
no?
exactly want to go on the ship to begin
Well,
with.
unfortunately, the creature still has something to deal with, and proceeds to move right toward Cham and will attack. Fortunately,
Now, I do have a question. What are the story points that we got last?
so the story points is basically, it's just you may use them however you feel to re-roll something or turn a failure into a success. It's inspiration. Give you a little leeway of what you want to be able to use it for. So, in times of need. So, but you all do have one. So, from the wonderful play we had last week. Okay, I am going to. Sorry, that's wrong me to do that. Yeah, it can sprint. I know it has two zones. Okay, Cham, I'm going to allow you to roll me a D6 down there, below the chat window. If you'll grab the D6, this creature has 6 different attacks that it can use, and I will let you roll your fate. 2.
Kind of you, Duff.
It is, isn't it? I thought so.
You're such a nice and benevolent DM. You're so kind. I just want to remind you that.
Well, and thank you for doing that. But I'm also going to give both of y'all a point of stress as this thing attacks. So
figured that.
And actually, I'm going to give after Davis's alerting and all that, the other 3 of y'all can also have a point of stress. Point of stress for everybody because I am giving, as you just heard. So I am. Yep. Thank you very much. You see this thing, its head turns and it first stops. When the ship shakes and the power spikes in the whole darn vessel, and things start turning on and whizzing and all that, and it then steadies itself, and then that head reaches out again and hears y'all, smells y'all. Maybe Cham hadn't had a bath yet, or maybe it was the leftover rye sandwich that was on the suit, maybe, whatever. And it moves towards you, and just like gliding as it moves through, and this tail comes out behind it like a whip, snake, and just comes straight over its top of it, right at Cham. And it has a base 10 dice roll. 2 successes. The victim is attacked with a base 10 die. The attack is armor piercing, having any armor rating. So Cham, on your character sheet, if you'll open it up and go to your gear tab. Not gear. Where's gear? I'm sorry. Hold on. I'll make sure. They moved it. It's on combat. My apologies. On combat tab. Really, dogs? Down the bottom, there's a square in the middle that says AR. That's your armor rating for your suit. Your suit has some armor. You'll roll that dice and see if you can negate any of the damage that I just gave you. You don't know what the amount is right now, but I want to see if you can get any successes. Oh my God! Okay, now, you do have a story point if you want to turn that other failure into success.
Yes, please.
Well done. You basically, it was about to give you 2 points of damage as the tail slices into your suit. You were able to back up, you matrix maneuver it as it just hit it with your arm or the shotgun, and the tail slams into the wall. Kink, sparks fly as the tail hits that area and pulls back. And you have thwarted the tail spike maneuver. Okay, nicely done. Top of the order. Rye, you just witnessed this. What do you do?
Oh, well. I am very nervous, but I do have that bolt gun on me, and I'm going to use it.
You can?
I'm so scared.
Okay, so that bolt gun, if you go to your combat page,
Yep.
okay, it has an attack die, which is the black dice, and so
Yeah.
you just click on that dice, and it knows the attack, the bolt gun.
No.
So
Can I use my story
you
point
have
to
a story
re-roll
point.
that?
Well, you sure, I'll allow that. You
Nope,
wanna-
nope, no. Wait, what were you gonna say? Let me.
Well,
hear
I
what
was
you
going
were
to say
gonna
you, and most people would turn one into one. So I said the story point may be used however you damn well want to, and I'm going to stick to that. So
Okay.
normally someone said I just want a success, so I get the hit because you're going to do 3 points of damage. If you look at the bolt gun, its damage
Yeah.
indicator's 3. So in this instance, I would have given you a hit, or you can try to do better. I would let you re-roll the whole thing because you might get more. You might get us more successes, which would add on to the damage that it would take.
God, decisions.
You can't fail in this instance because, well, no, you still need to get a success. So on
Can
the
I
roll.
just? I'm not willing to risk it for the biscuit quite yet. Not this bolt gun. Can I just go ahead and turn that into a success then?
Yes, you can. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So that's 3 points of damage. However, there's always a however. As you know, that the creature has also some armor. It's natural
Yeah.
plated armor and all that.
Yeah. I just thought about that.
Yeah, but I'm going to, just because of the funness and letting y'all shit a brick here, because it's been burned.
Yeah.
It happens to be acceptable. You don't know this, but
Sure.
it's had some damage to it. So I'm rolling the armor versus the fire damage, which is only 3. Failed. So you gave this thing 3 points. The bolt slams into it, just staggering it back as you're saying chapowie. You went pew pew, and it just, you see it, and it hits the alien square in the chest, giving it 3 points of damage. There is a small problem, however. Sorry, Cham, is that this alien has acid for blood, and when the bolt hit it, it basically opened up a hole in it. And I need to give, where is my acid roll?
I thought a nail would plug a hole.
Oh, never mind. I take that back. This one does not. This one's acid, because of its damage and what it's dealing with, its acid splash is 0. So there
Can they
is
all
none.
be like this?
Okay. But you do see it.
Combat
But you
movement?
do see it does. But you see it does. It is oozing out, and I'll say it does. It hits the floor, and y'all begin to see the metal on the floor sizzling away. As it acts up. That is a it's
color
greenish.
is it?
It's a greenish, icky
Okay.
color. Yeah.
I
Okay.
thought this was going to be a classic Bones friendly fire moment. I got excited.
Shut up. Can't wait. Yeah.
Now-
Can you, is this like 1E, 2E? Can I fire into combat on accident?
Oh
Is that
no.
like
So
a
we.
thing?
So
Okay,
you
good.
have. In aliens, you have a fast and a slow movement, and usually in the slow movement, that's the fire. No, but you still have movement though, so you can still like fire and say "fuck f this," and you can move into the next zone if you want to.
Yeah, so my next question to you is actually about that. If I move here, can I lock the door?
Behind Cham.
Maybe. Maybe.
I will ask
no.
you. I will ask
no,
you
I'm
to
not
give.
gonna do it.
I will. Well, so normally because you chose to fire, then you don't have your interaction is now gone because of
That's
shutting
fine.
the door.
I don't want.
Okay.
I don't want to lock the door behind Cham. I really don't.
But you do know that these doors lock because of the wheel mechanism and all that, and
Right.
so you have that option to tell Cham to put his ass in there and try to get away.
As I'm like running into this door, I'm gonna shout out Cham, get the fuck in here. Sorry
Okay.
if I say the F word on your channel. I'm sorry.
That's in this instance we're okay. We're an adult channel here.
Okay.
So Rye bolted it, plugged it with the bolt gun, did quite well with that, and has moved into the room. That is your turn, madame. Rye, would you pass away, please? Mm-hmm. Davis.
just pass away.
Yeah, pass
Did
away.
you really just say that?
Yeah.
Pass away,
Yeah,
please.
was that like a Freudian slip situation?
I
Wow.
don't know.
Foreboding thing of that.
Foreshadowing. Some DM foreshadowing.
So,
Uh,
Davis, you're
yes.
on the Montero,
Yes.
and you moved into the galley, and when you saw this, what would basically be a hiccup of the ship, what are you doing?
I'm still heading to where the airlock is.
Okay, so you may move to the airlock, move into the next
That's
zone. Okay,
south, right?
no, straight ahead, straight west on the
Okay.
map. Yep, that.
So do I go into the hall and then I can move in there, or can I move in there?
You can
to the
move on
airlock?
into. You can move on into the. Well, the airlock is. So you're in the ladder that goes up to the airlock.
Right.
Okay,
And
so you can move up. You can move up.
see Wilson coming?
He's-
I'm like standing at the bottom of the airlock.
Wilson
like,
is in
up into it.
Wilson is in the airlock on the other ship. At this
Okay.
point. So you have no
Okay.
idea where he's at.
Yeah, I'm
You-
just kind of like watching my watch. I'm like
Okay.
waiting and looking to see who I'm gonna see first, kind of
Okay.
deal.
All right, that's it. If there's anything else, or pass your turn. So,
Over the comms, I am going to call because I can't see them anymore.
That's
but I
right.
can still speak to them.
I'll allow that. Yeah, I'll allow it because there's a comm terminal right there.
That's
So-
what I kind of figured. Yeah. So over the comms, I'm asking Cham and Rye. Cham, Rye, tell me what you see. Talk to me. Don't stay quiet. Talk to me.
Okay, pass your turn, please.
Yes.
Captain Miller, you are on deck B. You will have recognized or felt, and as you're seeing Junction B, you moved past. Oh yeah, you're B1, so you move through there into the comm, and you hear, the ship is coming to life. The Kronos is coming to life as though it's firing up. The comms are lit up. The terminals are lit there. Lights are sitting there. You see the doors. Actually, they're opening locking mechanisms. Their pads that would be there all firing up, coming to life. What do? You moved into the B1 section. Are you going up the ladder?
I'm gonna run into the B section. I'm gonna yell, Davis. If there's something waiting in here, perhaps it was a trap. Maybe it's just a trap for people to come here. We get the ship ready to go.
And the banging noise that I told you about as the ship, this bam, bam, bam. You hear it prevalently coming from the stairwell area in the middle of the ship below you, but it's definitely coming up from somewhere in the center of the ship.
Yeah, there's something coming up from below me too. Or
It's,
from
no, the
below me,
noise,
where they are.
the noise itself.
Yeah, I say there's something coming up from below
Okay.
me.
Yeah.
I'm getting the hell on the ship.
Okay.
Go.
Okay, pass your turn.
It's an ambush.
How about that? Okay, Cham. This thing has got a bolt sticking in it from your good friend Rye. It's pissed. It hissed. Okay. Cham says, I don't care. You move through the door,
I'm
and
going to try to shut it and lock it.
you may shut it and spin that wheel. But as you do that, also you all see the pads. You see the locking mechanism. So you actually, oh really? And you push the button, and you hear as the bolts in the door, and sucks tight the air. All that fun stuff that a airtight door would do, a bulkhead door type, and it locks in. You can see out the window, but you don't see it. But yeah, you shut the door.
Okay, Ryan, let's start moving.
So y'all can, and there's a ladder that goes up to junction C1, and y'all can start heading that way. Anything else, or pass your turn?
That's it.
Okay.
Just trying to move to where I can
Yeah.
get out of here.
Yeah, and y'all will see this thing runs and slams, and the head bams into the door, and it holds, but it kind of shakes everything, and it takes its head and it whams the door again and all that, and just trying to pull. You see it's reach up its claws, and it tries to grab the door, and it bends some of the metal and kind of digs into it a little bit. Sparks are flying as the thing is dragging its these claws through the door, but it all holds. Wilson, you are in the airlock on the Kronos on deck A.
So Wilson gets on the comms and he says, Davis, don't close the airlock. I'm on my way.
Okay.
And then Wilson will continue on down the.
You start the umbilical. You start out of the airlock, heading out in space in the umbilical, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Anything else? Pass your turn.
Pass turn.
Okay. So as we see, back on deck C, this creature, y'all hear it because I'm assuming, like I said, y'all were turning and moving to the ladder, and you hear it hits the door again. It had been hitting, it hits it one time, and then stops. You don't hear it banging on the door anymore. And you turn and look as you're going up the ladder, and it is not in the window of the door anymore. It has disappeared from your view. And at the same time, one moment, please. Where is okay. Oh God. All of you here through your comms and through the Montero.
Danger. The emergency destruct system is now activated. The ship.
The emergency self-destruct system on the Montero has fired off. You have 10 minutes to get off the ship or figure out you understand that the self-destruct on the Montero is now activated. And in 10 minutes, this ship is going to go supernova with all of you around it. And
Wait a minute.
Danger.
Is there do we know, would I know of a way to turn it off, or is it just once it's on?
Mother would have to do that, and Mother's controlled by
Wilson.
Miller,
Or
who
Miller,
is-
sorry.
is Miller, who is in the B section of Kronos.
Was I able to in that turn make my way up to A1, or that's the next turn?
That's your next turn. This is why we did initiative, and you're moving up, and you have 10 minutes. I will allow Miller, hearing this as all of y'all hear this blasting through the comms. Miller can give me what we don't really have like an insight check. You can make me an observation roll, or even your command. I'll give you the command roll because this is something that's yeah. Make me a command roll, please. Nicely done. You managed to keep it together even with the 2 successes. So you'll have you don't get the stunt, but what is happening is that you know that you got 10 minutes. You got a choice to make. Either maybe you try to get to Mother, but she's farther away than 10 minutes for you to get to. How do you get? Yeah, you got to decide what you're going to tell your crew. Either we get on this ship and get this thing moving, or would
I be able to pass? Is it electronic access, or would I be able to? Is there a code they can enter so that I have?
No, you have to get on your ship to get to Mother or one of the terminals.
I wouldn't be able to tell Davis this is the code to put in to be able to.
You have a card that only you have.
Key card. Okay.
The key card that you access Mother commands with, and only you have it.
There's no way to dial it in if the key card breaks.
No. It's a card that you got to swipe.
I wasn't very smart at that, just. So,
remember, it's 80s tech in space.
Yeah. Okay. Then. I'll first of all, Davis, did you activate that? What's going on over there?
No, not on my side. It's just clicked on its own.
I cannot get over. I can't get to Mother in time. You have to get over in this ship. Bring whatever you can. There's And then I tell her there's a fire torch if you want to. We didn't bring that with us, did we?
No, it looks like there's still a compression suit and an incinerator unit.
Yeah.
So
there's an incinerator unit. Perhaps you bring that with you.
The incinerator's there for you, Davis. You don't have, so the suit is going to take time to get into and all that. You're going to have, to get across the space area, the umbilical, that's all pressurized, but it's going to be cold as shit, but you can make your way. You know that because of the airlocks and the compression between the two, that you could survive. Possibly you're going to freeze, you're going to have some issue with cold, but to grab the incinerator and run.
Is the suit where I'm at too?
No, the suit is in the other part. Let me look. The suit. Well, actually, you know what? It might actually hyperdrive. You know what? Because it's interesting. They changed the. I'm gonna probably say, you know what? Because the airlock's there, I would think the suits would be in the same area.
That's what I would think. Yeah.
So there's a suit there, but it's going to take you 10 minutes or more to pull up this. It takes you a long. These suits are bulky. You got to strap them on, rip them in. It would take you almost the whole time to get that suit on.
Can I grab the suit with the incinerator unit and start booking it?
I'd say the incinerator is going to be a handful because it's a big weapon. You remember, it's a dual-handed weapon. So you got a choice of one or the other.
But there's suits over on the other side that I saw.
You think they are? Yeah. Actually, you did because they saw them.
Because he went in and there were suits over there.
There was one missing. Yes, that's correct. There was two hanging up. A little bit older model, but they are there. Correct.
I'm assuming I can't do anything right now. And anyways, it's not my turn.
Well, so we're semi out of combat for a second.
Oh, okay.
And so because the Neomorph, they turned and ran, and so they haven't got eyes on it for the moment. Because they ran up the stairwell and forgot about the other doors. So for the moment, you're just, you got to decide what to do. Your ship is in meltdown countdown.
Davis, did anything get across? This feels so much like a classic pirate bait and switch where they get you to come on their ship and then they take over yours. Are you sure there's nobody on their ship?
Nothing's been across, no. So I make a flash decision to leave the incinerator and grab the suit. Though I'm not putting it on, I'm taking it with me because I know that this is the only way that I will be able to continue having open comms with everybody. And to me, that's immediately more important than having a weapon because I know where Miller is and I know that Miller has a pulse rifle.
Okay.
And I know that we could probably find more. I at least think that we can find more weapons on the other ship. So I forego the incinerator. I don't say anything to anyone about that. I just grab the suit and I start making my way. I'm holding it kind of over my shoulder and just making my way across.
Okay. So what will happen is you will come into the umbilical on one side. Wilson, you're coming through the umbilical and you're, in your headset, you're hearing, the alarm goes off and all of a sudden you see down at the other end, here comes Davis with the dragging this bulky suit in what's going to be sub-zero temperature in the umbilical.
I do have a question. Would Wilson know if this self-destruct goes off, would that be catastrophic to both ships?
Yeah, because you have the cargo of the Montero has this lovely helium-3 in it that will go up with the engine itself, and y'all are tethered next to each other. And the only, to try to pull away means someone better get behind the pilot deal. The engines you have heard the ship coming to life, and the engines are, firing. There's something's happening on the ship. And someone better get to the bridge on this ship and figure something out quick if you're going to commit to it. Don't you like this stress? The light in front of you. What do you do?
I'm just
Wilson?
thinking.
We'll go back. We'll come to you. I'm looking at Wilson. You've got Davis
Yeah.
coming towards you, and
Is it Davis's turn or is it my turn? Or?
no, I'm letting you. So
Oh,
we're
okay.
coming to the bottom order. So I'm
Okay.
kind of taking everybody in initiative order, but we're kind of I'll meld this together in the story because you know what's happening here. So I'm saying, you know, what do you say or do, knowing where you're at.
I would. Can Davis hear me? With
You can
comms
yell.
Or, okay.
Oh yeah, that's you know what? So she said she grabbed it. So I guess the bucket or the suit itself would have some type of speaker system. So she might be able to, you know, she's holding it up. She said I would, you know, maybe trying to keep it close to one of her ears. And tell me if I'm wrong, Davis. You know, if that's but
No,
you know,
you're not.
yeah,
You're not.
yeah.
I would want
So-
to be trying to keep as much contact as I can
Yeah,
with
so,
everyone. So
yeah.
that's
Well,
very important to me.
We'll say that she can hear you in a faint as you're yelling in your suit, but it's a faint noise to her.
Okay. I would yell to Davis. Davis, turn around.
I can't. We got no time. This ship's gonna destruct. I'm
No.
like
Turn
yelling
around,
that.
Davis. Turn around.
Are you trying to get me killed? We got to get on this other ship and go.
If that ship goes off, then both ships are doomed.
Well, Montero's the one. The ship I'm
Montero's
coming
going up,
from
but
is
you know
the-
Davis
the
is
one that it's going
a
on.
humdinger pilot. It's Wilson's call. What he wants to do.
Yeah, I would still try to go over there to our ship.
Okay. 10 seconds.
Knowing that our ship is the ship that's about to self-destruct. Son of you corporate son of a bitch.
Well,
I mutter that under my breath as I'm like rushing down the fucking airlock, down the umbilical.
Flying it. Lighting.
It's so in the umbilical, I'm assuming that we can't pass each other. It's gonna be like
It's close. You know.
would I be able to squeeze past Wilson?
You could run toward him. He's still, you know, moving one way. So
Yeah,
is there even gravity on that?
very little. Yep. So so basically Wilson's yelling. Okay, so I got the Roughnecks moving up from C1 C2 to B2. Are y'all booking all? So are you gonna stop there, or are you gonna continue on up to A2, going up to?
Well, I wanted to ask something
ahead.
real quick.
Go right ahead.
At C2 where we are, are those other doors all locked?
They're shut.
I would like to lock them.
Well, I thought y'all were going up the ladder.
Cham was. Rye would like to lock those doors first.
Rye is gonna take the time. Okay, that's
I'm
okay.
using my noodle.
So you're basically you let Cham run by, and you're going over and
Yeah.
taking your movement and action and all that.
But I want to shout to Cham to leave me the shotgun. Drop the shotgun, Cham.
Cham, what are you doing?
Bestie.
Yeah, I'll leave the shotgun.
Okay.
Thanks.
I've got because I'm better at close combat with the other thing that I have anyway.
Okay. All right.
And I'm going to kind of wait halfway up for her to finish to move up.
Okay. And you will hear Wilson yelling to Davis to get back to the Montero. And you're probably going to hear, we'll ask Miller now. What's Miller screaming out over the comms as you're on?
Quick question.
And where are you at? I got to find you in this mess. You're
I'm
in
on
B1,
the
moving
junction
up to
B1
A1.
going up to
A1, yeah.
Quick
Okay.
question for you though.
Uh-huh.
Technical know-how of like Mike Miller. Would she would it be possible in her knowledge of her ship that you could just do another restart or you cut the power of the Montero to be able to turn off the self-destruct?
You, the answer
Or
is,
would that be a ride thing?
well, Rye's going to be more of it. You're technical, but you know that the self-destruct system is I'm going to say is probably an isolated system that is outside of that. Now pulling the power to it, but you inside 10 minutes you don't have the ability to cut power to the ship that way. That would have to get down to the reactor room and its reactor to its control areas to pull power and do all that, or to throw the fuse box, so to speak.
I wouldn't be able to tell like Davis, try to like command Davis to do that.
Well, you have to have the card too. You have overriding features of Mother. Okay, so and Mother controls the self-destruct, the computer system.
Mother.
She has fired off the self-destruct on the Kronos. I mean, on the Montero.
Matricide.
Yeah. So I am trying to get up into A1 to get to that airlock to see what's going on. I do know that whatever we need to do, or actually probably if we have power, I'm going to try to get to the crap. If we have power, wouldn't it be more important we could actually get to the bridge and I could fly this thing?
You're right across from the bridge.
Can I yell something over my comms?
Knock yourself out.
Yeah, so as I'm like running down the umbilical cord with my suit, and like I give no fucks about Wilson being in the way anymore. You're not my boss. I'm not listening to you. And I'm yelling at my helmet as I'm running. Miller, get to the bridge. Get to the bridge. I'll walk you through it. We got this. We got to get the fuck out of here though. We got to go now.
And I'm going to be like, where are you right now?
I'm on the umbilical. Well,
you're in the
I don't
umbilical.
know if I would honestly be able to hear him if I'm like running and in chaos. I'm just shouting like.
I have no problem with that train of thought. You're just yelling into the head suit I'm overriding.
Just into the
That's
suit.
fine.
Yeah.
Fine. Perfectly said. Yep.
So I was getting on the ladder and I remembered the map and I was like, she's right. If that thing blows, then we're both going to go, and I can't stop that thing from where I am.
You don't think you have the time? That's right.
No. So
you're right above it, Miller. You're right above it. Go down.
I don't think I was actually up yet.
No,
so
he was in B1, so she was. So she would basically start heading toward the northern door, and as you come through that door, you see the bridge deck door is opening up.
Oh, great! Perfect.
In front of you.
That's good.
Okay.
How sus? It's too convenient.
It's fine. You'll all will be well known to you sometime here. So you step in, but you're gonna go, oh shit, because whoa, what the hell is happening here? The shutter doors, which are the cover the windows and all that, they're still all shut. So all you see is just a metal encased bridge area. The windows are closed. The command station, which you see at the very end, is it's shattered. It is like it's been smashed and on purpose. The display table, which is kind of like a mapping hollow display table and all that, this whole room's been set on fire. And you can say, and that's it's like the table itself is intact, but the readout is burned out. It's gone. It's just gone. There's a sensor station to your left, but it seems to be clicking on and off. It's got some of the sensors are firing on off and then fizzling out, then resetting and then fizzling out. The life support monitors, you're seeing them as you come in. You're seeing them flashing red, and there seems to be multiple, probably 15 to 20 different sensors for the number. So what you understand is they each one of the sensors or displays correlates to a tube, a cryo tube. Okay. 5 of them were red. They're all red, but 5 of them start blinking green. Start going from red to amber to green. And as you see that, you see something cryotubes, initiation, resuscitation initiated, as though there were individuals in the tubes and they're resetting, bringing whoever they are back to life, or, waking them up. Somebody's in some tubes and they're starting to refill. The air system for the ship is on, and there's a blinking noise, and the blinking noise is correlating to the slamming noise that you hear coming behind you. Bam, bam, bam. And there's a red light flicking on at the same time that you hear the banging noise. And this is the air recycling system. Something you're going to retain, and something's up with that. Go ahead.
Would I have to roll something to have an idea of connect the two?
You're connecting that there's something wrong with it, but that's about it.
There's something like maybe stuck in the.
You have no idea.
In the air compressor.
You have no idea. That's below your pay grade, but it's something broke with it. You kind of understand how these air scrubbers work, and so there is basically a pool of water down at the bottom that these electronic rods come up through, and they start firing off, which starts condensing the water, creating the oxygen. Okay, the lovely chemistry and all that is taking place down below, but something's broke. The piloting stations are what you're really wanting to look at, and there are 2 of them on this ship. Piloting station number 1, it's readout and console. There's an axe stuck in it. So basically, it's been basically this heavy-duty fire axe is just stuck right in the middle of the display and completely disassembled. Yes. Number 2, you see pops every now and then on the relays and all that on the monitor, you're trying to flip on a monitor and you see a quick flash of light, like on the behind the tubes firing off and all that. You see it popping every now and then. Not on, but there's at least power going to it. What do you do?
So it does look like it is something that could be usable. Like I could actually get.
It doesn't have an axe stuck in it. That's all you know right now. Yes. Okay.
That part. All right. I'm gonna shout into the comm and Davis, you need to get your ass up here. I really hope you brought that blowtorch like I told you. Some shit's going down here. And the whole bridge is wrecked.
Oh, the whole bridge is wrecked. It's been set on fire, a good portion of it. Like I said, you don't normally see a fire axe embedded in one of the stations. That's kind of strange. Would I be able to get to one of
the stations, or I can just get to the door?
You get to the door. No, I'm letting you enter the bridge. So we're not quite through movement. So you've entered the bridge, and you first take this all in, and then it's piloting station number 2 that looks like it's intact. 1 is, wow. Somebody was pissed at it.
I'm gonna be going over there, and I'll be correlating the information that I see over the intercom. I guess I can't choose who it goes to. I'll be like, everyone to the bridge, and Davis. One station with axe, and I just kind of go over the details, like what I'm seeing.
But you also know you still have your whole suit is on. So to do any type of meticulous work and all that is going to require you to take your suit off.
It's cold in there too, isn't it?
It's cold, but the life support system is firing off, but it shows that air is at a minimal level. It's just cold for the moment. The heaters have kicked in, but they're going to take a little time to heat up this very frozen crypt.
I will relay that to the rest of the everybody on the intercoms. I'll be like, looks like life support's kicking in as well. We might be able to ditch these suits at least for a bit, so we can actually move. Get your asses up here to the bridge now.
I'm assuming Rye hears all of this.
You all hear this. All of you hear this discussion. Yes.
Can Rye say something over the intercom?
Knock yourself out.
Rye's gonna say over comms, we're not alone on this goddamn ship. There's something here And that's all she says.
Okay.
Fucking pirates.
Cham, what about you? What are you doing? Guys you've made it up to deck B.
Okay. B is where the is where we're wanting to go, right?
Well,
Deck
you
B?
know that B
Yeah.
is at the front end of B, the front end of the ship is where the bridge is at, where Miller is yelling from, you believe.
Okay. I'm just going to make sure that I'm kind of standing there. I'm going to make sure the door's locked. And
To the
wait
north?
for,
The door to the
Yeah.
north? Okay.
yeah, basically just waiting for Rye to come up.
Okay. How considerate of you.
Besties.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a one-way street. So Rye, what do you so Rye, what are we doing?
Do I manage to get all those doors locked?
Oh, there's just pads. Remember, there's the
Yeah,
power.
right,
So you're over there
right.
going poop, 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 and yeah.
Once all those doors are locked, I'm gonna go ahead and make my way up to join Cham. And I'm still yelling over this intercom at this point. There's something here. It's dangerous. It's trying to kill us, and just waiting for anybody to respond to that.
Okay, and at this time, remember the banging has stopped, and you have
Right.
not heard anything outside the doors. And looking at them, you maybe even peek out a little bit real quick as you're hitting them and running by. There's no
Yeah.
movement outside the doors either, and there's lights. The hallway lights are flickering on and all that. So
Right. So
Okay.
I would be able, if there was something out there, I'd be able to see it.
you'd be able to see
right?
it. Yes, correct. Yep.
And I'll tell Cham to take a peek out of the window that leads out to the rest of B,
Okay.
right to the north of him. And hopefully there's nothing out there either.
Yep, I'm looking.
Cham, you will look out into the hallway there, and you won't see anything moving other than y'all are all seeing. So as the ship is coming to life and some of the heater units are kind of kicking in a little bit, now you've got, residue and water, dripping off the walls, making these, it's like black trails just dripping down all the walls, and the water's mixing with whatever this charred residual mess was. And so that's kind of pooling up on the floor. But this hallway in front of you got hit with fire, something fierce, because it's really blackened. And so it's really pulling this, the water's pulling this, soot down in the hallway in front of you.
Okay, you're taking me from 80s tech to Japanese horror movie.
Something like that. Well, we're all over the place in Alien Folk, because I have got free will here. Yeah, but the window too is, this goo is pulling down, but the hallway in front of you, you can tell has had some heavy damage to it.
Okay.
Okay. That's it. Wilson, back to you, sir.
So I assume Davis has passed me at this point along the.
She came back you like a jackrabbit on crack. Okay, and
Wow,
okay.
how accurate. That's odd. Weird. Space
Okay.
crack, though.
Yeah.
Wilson's just thinking to himself, saving the ship is below my pay grade, but someone's got to do it. Or the whole thing is going to blow up.
So, what will you do?
I will head to the bridge on Montero.
Okay, you're right behind Davis then. Okay, I'll just say the two of you are headed down into the hallway and coming, as Miller was assessing it all and moving up to, you moved up to was it the life support
or the Cronus?
The Kronos. I'm sorry. You're on the Kronos. You're in the bridge on the Kronos. Which area did you move up to? Was it the pilot station number 2?
Yeah, I was moving up
Okay.
to Power Station number 2. I wasn't sure if I
Okay.
could move.
Yeah, and so y'all move up to it, and as y'all are moving into the room and all that, gosh darn it's how convenient, the engines fire off. They come to life somehow on the Kronos. Now they are not firing. They're because of the readout that Rye saw. Rye knows that there's still some relay work that needs to be done out there, but these the problem is the engines are not going to have basically faster than light power. They have impulse power type deal, and so they're fired off. And y'all all with the gravity still feel this ship just kind of jerk. All of y'all jerk and pull back. Stuff gets thrown up off the anything in front of y'all and moving around, and this ship starts moving forward on its own.
Oh God, am I still in the umbilical?
No, you went by Wilson.
Okay.
So, but that begs the deal. Okay. And y'all hear the crunch as the umbilical is being ripped apart.
Bye, Wilson.
Hi,
No,
Wilson.
Wilson's down with Wilson followed Davis.
I thought Wilson was ready. I thought Wilson was
Wilson
ready
was
to
going to
the,
Montero.
No, I thought he said he
Yeah.
turned around and went back toward Davis. No, Wilson, you really?
Mm-mm.
He was
Yeah.
running towards the bridge of our original ship, I think, to
Yeah.
do something. He wanted to grab something, I guess. Forgot his dolly or something.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was
No,
going
I'll
to
let Wilson.
fix
So
it.
if Wilson was doing that, okay. So then Wilson made it into that airlock on the He's on the Montero, as you hear the umbilical starting to break, and I'm just going to give you a gut reaction that you can hit the airlock doors to shut it, because you know that's going to depressurize everything inside the
Okay.
airlock on the Montero. Okay. Okay. Wilson, what are you doing then?
Well, that changes things.
Yes, it does. Yes. Uh-huh.
Why, you fool?
You got a suit on, jump into space.
Knowing that now the Cronus is not going to be waiting for me, Wilson will turn around and head back.
Already have a ship all to your own, though.
Head back to what?
to
The
the Cronus.
the
Ripping umbilical?
umbilical
Oh.
cord. The umbilical has been ripped apart.
Oh, okay.
The ship has moved, and
Right.
I allowed you to hit the airlock door to shut it
Okay.
behind you, so you're now
Right.
on the Montero by yourself, as the Kronos
Okay.
has ripped apart and taking off, leaving you there on the Montero as the countdown continues on the ship in front of you. In you, it is loud and it's blaring, and is going to explode here in a few minutes. What do you do?
Okay. I will. So the umbilical is completely torn at
It's
this
been
point.
ripped. Oh yeah.
Okay.
There's no doubt. Yeah.
So.
I'll
gonna-
go ahead and give you a point of stress there, Wilson.
Okay,
Because I'm
of
giving.
course.
So
So
Yes.
nice for you.
That's true.
This decision does feel really stressful. I agree.
yeah. Uh-huh.
And y'all
What do you-
thought Cham was going to be the first.
You thought, well, this is how, like I said, this module is different every damn time I run it because of the
But you're
decisions
not
that I
dead
made.
yet. You could
It
do
is
something.
awesome. It is so awesome. But we're here all watching the cameras, the scene on Wilson as he hears the crunch and the banging as the umbilical is ripped apart, and the vibrations of the Kronos, which is bigger than the Montero. The engines have fired off, and he hears the rumbling and the vibrations as he knows, shit, the Kronos is leaving my ass.
All right. So, what I will do is head to the bridge still
On Montero.
on Montero.
Okay.
Yes.
So we're gonna go to the Montero map and see, Davis, you're not on it anymore. You are. Let me get your token off here. Okay, Wilson. So we're on the Montero map. What do you do?
I will have Wilson attempt to gain speed above the Cronus.
You're gonna try to pilot the ship
Yes.
to do what now?
Attempt to get near the Cronus. So Wilson could attempt to jump out of the Montero, and
So you have an escape pod.
okay, that makes
You
sense.
do have escape pods on this ship.
Yeah, you could
You,
probably already
yeah,
jump.
you,
It's a
yeah,
really big
but you,
ship.
so you're no, but so yeah, I mean, but he's basically going to say when the ship explodes right on top of the Montero and the Kronos, he's going to take
I like the
everybody with
jumping
him.
plan. I like the jumping plan. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it.
Yeah.
That's cool shit.
So yeah,
Exciting.
well, he's fine. He can still eject the pod and then sit there on the pod and just jump. I'm all wide open, but the question is, how is he going to get to? How are you going? The airlock is on the top of both ships, and so you would have to get under the Kronos to be able to jump from the airlock up to try to get to from the Montero to get to the Kronos, the bottom of the Montero. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's happening
Right.
there. So
Okay, that will be my plan.
still gonna. So you want to try to pilot? Let me make sure I'm getting this right.
No,
You're gonna
I'll get on to the
pod.
the-
You want to try to
the
get
pod.
to shoot out a pod, and you're gonna try to jump. Oh no!
Epic.
Oh
Absolutely
my
epic.
god!
I'm not going down with the ship.
Okay. Holy
My
shit.
Are you saying
Okay.
anything that you're doing while you're doing all this, or are you just like quietly trying to like, damn it, and trying to figure out what to do?
Yeah, there's
like,
not much.
I'm going to the AirPod.
Y'all might just
Sorry.
hear heavy breathing, I guess, from
Yeah.
Wilson. Okay, as he's doing all this. Okay, so Wilson, you will get, and we'll just say the pods are right here in this area where you're at, because this is all that we have on this ship. You've spent more time on this ship than anybody else has in any of the sessions. And so you punch those things out, and you see the butt of the Kronos just flying away. But what you see is that there is a docking door. The Kronos has a huge docking bay in its butt where they move in rovers and big equipment and all that. It's not as big as y'all's, but it is a huge area. It is, if y'all look on the vehicle bay, it's deck D, that there is a way for them for you to take it up the ass, so to speak. Sorry the French there, folks, but that's the only way you're going to explain this, is that
Ooh, I
and
like
there-
it so much.
there is, and someone get, how they could fire off, there's a way to get into the ship from the butt.
The butt. I'm gonna touch the butt.
All right, basically.
Going Procto. Let's do it.
Yep. So
So-
you're going to eject out.
So Wilson will get on the comms and say, "Group, this is Wilson. This may be my last communication with you. I am stuck on the Montero. I will attempt to divert it to the Cronus, but it may be futile."
I was gonna get on the comms and be like, and say, I always liked you, Wilson. I think you were okay.
So once again, let me ask Wilson, your whole plan, go through your plan again. So I know exactly, so I don't ruin it for
Okay.
anything. Okay. You're in
So-
you're in the docking area. You're in the airlock where the umbilical's been ripped apart, but the escape pods are there.
Right.
What are you doing? One more time. Tell everybody what's
Wilson
happening.
will get in the escape pod,
Okay.
and Wilson knows about this docking bay, I assume.
You would know that you can see it. Dude,
Right, okay.
but y'all know it's on the plans. You've known it's there the whole time. Yes.
So Wilson will get into the pod, and before, or like getting in, as he's getting into it, he will say over the comms, "Is it possible for the docking bays to be opened?"
Sure. Going to cause a problem with the compression area. So you will know when things like catastrophic decompressions happen, the bulkheads and the areas around that would fire off and seal. And it's so funny. Someone asked me about decompression in space about this exact scenario earlier today in the Discord channel, a private message. How is this handled? I cannot believe that I am answering it in game.
Talk about prediction, right?
It is so funny. Yes,
Who
but
was it?
I won't. No, I'll announce later. I'll announce it later in a second. So,
They win.
it wasn't one of the players, but it was actually someone that just came over and had heard about our VODs and came over to watch some of the Alien games and wants to.
Oh,
run this.
I was gonna blame Bash.
No, it wasn't Bash. No, no, someone new to the server. So you're gonna fire off that pod, which is gonna, and it's going to. You just happen to be in luck, Wilson, because that's just how movies work. And that pod is, it's on a beeline course to the butt of the Kronos. What are you saying across the comms?
To infinity and beyond. Because
there's how are they gonna get you? What are you wanting them to do?
So I did ask, is there any way? I was asking the crew, is there any way to open the docking
Rye.
hatch?
Rye will do it.
Well, you're not Rye. You're not in the bridge.
I'm at the bridge.
There's only one person at the bridge.
I can't hear him move. Oh, you have to open it from the bridge.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So bridge or down there in the bridge or down in the actual Bay Area, you could probably controls. But you know if you open it up, down there, your ass is going to get sucked out in space.
At this point, I think that's better than certain death that she's facing currently, but that's a fair point.
Miller, you could chime if Miller wants to chime in, because Miller, you're hearing this too, and in front of you is some controls.
I have no idea why he would want us to open the inn. I was like, why do you need it open? What's back there?
He told us that he's going into the pod, didn't he?
And I'm thinking, no, he said he was breathing heavily. And he said, this might be my last communication. That's what I heard.
Wilson, are you giving them a rundown of what's happening, and they better get ready to receive you via the pod?
Yes, Wilson will say the umbilical cord, it snapped while I was on the Montero. This is my only way.
Awesome. So
I'll think about it.
How close am I to the bridge?
I'll put it in
You're in,
consideration.
I'll grant this. Fair enough, creep. You're in the door, moving through. You had, Nightheart. What's up, Nightheart Gaming? Coming in with the raid. How apropos that you would come in to Frank and Ann. Hope y'all are doing well over at Nightheart Gaming. We're doing a little Alien RPG, and we are in our we're in a critical moment for a moment. So we'll catch up in a second, but we have an issue that we're dealing with, a very, very sensitive issue.
Super smart corporate people.
Yeah, so Davis, you have moved through the door. You are first accosted by what you see as the disaster that is the bridge of the ship. And let me
Miller's standing in front of Pilot Station 2.
By this time, by this time with what was going on, okay. Yeah, we'll say that Miller was looking at Pilot Station number 2, and Davis, you come in to see, the disaster that has happened to
it's like a guy with the pizza and the fire all around him.
I have all the maps open. I'm like going, oh my gosh.
Quick question for you. Is there like any screens or videos panels that let us see like the back of the ship, or are they all out cracked and everything?
No, that's
That's too advanced.
It's too advanced. They might have some displays like that, but that hasn't all fired up yet. So, well, you know what? We'll say that they have. We'll say there's a camera on the butt of the ship. Okay, down there, because they have windows, and the blaster windows that are in front of you are still down, so they're covering up everything, so you can't see in front of you. But there might actually be a camera that actually looks into the Bay Area, maybe not outside, but down into the Bay, and you can see what looks like. I said there was one of the rovers that was upside down. There was trash everywhere, barrels skipped about. Things had been, something had happened pretty reckless down here. But you saw that. But Davis, you see, that there's a piling station there that's starting to kick in, and you need to figure out quickly how to get in front of this. I did change my stream name. What? It says, oh gosh, that's Seth. Damn it. Seth fired off a stream, and he's got his damn restream bot. Someone go yell at him. Gosh darn it. He turned.
Turn my stream off?
No, he streams to the channel sometimes, dual streams from his channel and mine, and he was streaming tonight, and he forgets to disconnect his bot that talks to my channel, and so it changed the stream name, so it shows that we're playing Magic the Gathering.
I was seeing that. I was like, oh, it must have been the last show you played. So whose birthday is it?
So you know what?
Is it Wilson's birthday?
No, it's his. I apologize, folks. Yes, we're playing Alien RPG over here, not Magic the Gathering.
Something's gathering.
So Davis. So back to Davis. I'll change in a second here. What do you do when you walk into this comm station area? When you walk into the bridge, I mean. Well, I'm changing.
So as soon as I get through the door, I notice where Miller is standing. I kind of make a very quick assessment of the scene, and I'm gonna drop the suit that I brought over with me on the floor and just bolt over to Miller in front of that second pilot station. And as soon as I get next to him, I'm gonna sit in the seat. I'm gonna get fucking ready and start firing stuff up, and I'm speaking to Miller as I'm doing this, and I'm saying, let me know what's going on comms. I can't hear anybody. I'm dead right now, so just, and I'm just firing shit up, getting ready to just take her off. I give no fucks about Wilson.
Okay.
I'm in my suit. I'm in my suit still, apparently.
So what you're gonna
Can
see
she
also
hear me outside the suit?
No.
Like, does it have a speaker on the thing, like the speaker here?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I think the speakers are actually in
they're in the suit.
Yeah.
So nothing can hear you on the outside, like you
when
say,
I was
we come in
running
peace or
across,
something?
I could kind of hear you guys, but I really couldn't hear you until I got into the safety of Chrono.
She would have to be right up in your face, and you would hear a muffled, sound like she's speaking through, a big plate window and all that, So, but you're to really hear to talk to her, you would have to take your suit off. Take your helmet off.
Flip my visor off or the helmet?
No, you have to, you're going to have to take the helmet off. Now, you're going to see, though, that that Davis, you came through the umbilical in sub-zero weather. And so you're going to skin looks a little pasty.
I'm shivering as I'm trying to fuck with all the controls.
Maybe. But Davis, but you're seeing Miller, that Davis came through there, not better, worse for the wear than you would have known you would have gone through. You just happen to notice that Davis made a beeline after coming through the umbilicals and is sitting over there, not affected by the cold. And Davis, you're going to need to make me a Comtech roll when you hit that, to think that you know what buttons to push or what to do to try to fix this piloting station, to get it into at least working order that you can pilot the ship as the engines have fired off and are just going. It's just going, straight.
Can I yell in the thing, and would I know where the button is to open the back bay?
You would have to go over You would have to go to the command station and start looking for it.
That's a command station. Okay.
Yeah, you'd have to move to the command station, which is firing pieces of it firing off. So, so Davis, Comtech roll. You're able to basically, you know what buttons to push, and probably kick the right panels and pound the panels. And as always, when you want to fix something mechanical, you hit it instead, and you hit it with the god dang it, and bam, the piloting station, and you get in that chair and. You can give me a piloting roll now, because you know that you need to push the pedal to the metal to get this ship moving.
Why do I not see my piloting? Where is it?
I'm going to,
there it is. Sorry. Yeah. Now the
Oh,
stunt gives
no.
me an
Okay.
extra. I have like an extra.
So you
little
got a
stunt to hold
stunt on
to.
you got a stunt on a Comtech, and you got a stunt on piloting, and I actually
Sweet.
have those up now. So when we want to know, the Comtech stunt, there's a lot. So we'll go over it when you want to use it, but you can show off. You can use half the time. You can save it, or you can get a +1 modification later on.
Cool. I'm just making sure I have a little
Yeah.
counter up
Yeah.
of how many stunts I've had,
Yeah,
because
you
those
got-
are different than story points, I'm assuming.
They are correct. They are correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So in piloting, same thing. You get a +1 modification to a later skill roll, or you just show off. Piloting, you just get in there. I'm assuming Davis is all about the show off, and
Of
you
course.
get in there and hee-haw, ride a cowgirl, and you basically
Hold on to your butts.
Yeah. Okay. So now, as
I'm
you're
gonna try
doing
to penguin
that,
sumo to the command center.
so you hear, and so ka-ching, Wilson, we're back to you. And do we need? So I don't want
Jimmy,
to.
just real quick.
Uh-huh.
When
Go
I was
ahead.
saying I'll think about it, I was actually joking. I was probably gonna like not let him die. I wasn't sure. Maybe you took that seriously. That's why I'm like, wait a minute.
No, I'm getting back and forth. But my question
Okay.
to everybody is: do we need to take a quick 5-minute bio break for everybody?
I could, yes.
Okay. So
mind
I hate to break the action to everybody that's watching here, because this is definitely epic and crazy right now, trying to juggle all this. But we're going to take a quick 5-minute break, bio, grab a drink, all that fun stuff. Our schedule is going to be up here, what's going on throughout the week. So sit tight, and we'll be right back, because you don't want to miss any of this.
No, that's not big enough. No, that's not big enough either. That's more like it. We're delighted to have you with us. To add to your enjoyment, we're all wound up to bowl you over at intermission time with live wire service at our snack bar, where you'll find a tempting variety of favorite foods and beverages. Now it's showtime, folks. And you can be sure it's the best show in town. Your continued patronage is very, very welcome.
Setting up shop. We got a cleric paladin who is also setting up shop. We're going to call our consortium Praetor's Haberdashery Consortium. We don't sell hats.
Is we don't sell hats part of the name?
No, I just thought I'd clarify.
I like it better if it was part of the name. Yeah, me too.
Oh,
that would be very funny.
I'm the head of it, so like we could add that to the name.
We will then. We're gonna have shirts made. I gotta get their portraits all put together, and we're gonna have merchandise.
Oh my god!
This is gonna be awesome.
Raiders Haberdashery Consortium. Parentheses. We don't sell hats.
I would buy one of those shirts.
It's intermission. Rise and stretch time. Time to refresh yourself and visit our snack bar. Got a yen for hot popcorn? Your favorite soft drinks are sparkling cold. The juicy Frank sizzling hot. There's delicious coffee, freshly brewed, and all kinds of ice cream and candy to tempt you. Showtime will be announced loud and clear to get you back to your car in time. So stretch your legs. Come to the snack bar now.
They don't really apply to level 0 characters.
They don't? Okay. All right. So then I won't grab them. I thought that crit might be that extra one. Okay. So here's the regular damage. Oh, say good night, Francis. Oh, that's Chip. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry, Chip.
Suck it, Chip.
Whoops. I thought
I'm sorry, sir. This is a private mountain.
But I only wanted
This mountain is reserved for patrons.
But
it's a supply depot for all sorts of good things, which people can get at the snack bar. Like soft drinks, candy bars of all kinds, delicious popcorn, and refreshing ice cream treats.
But I am a patron.
Well, why didn't you say so? Be our guest.
Through, and you're kind of at a point where you can't really wedge your way in there anymore. You're like, here, boy,
Here, boy. Come. Here, boy. You can do it. Come on.
Yes, sir. May I help you?
I'd like 2 of those, please.
Hot dogs? Yes, sir.
And 3 of those. And 1 of those. And 5 bars of these. And a cup of that nice hot liquid.
Coffee. Coming right up.
Oh, and 2 bags of those peculiar white coffee material.
You mean our crunchy popcorn? Shall I wrap that for you, sir?
Oh, that's all right. My saucer's just outside.
They come from miles to enjoy our intermission.
I'm terribly sorry. Bjorn, you explode, and in your place is a sweet roll.
Nice.
Hello there. Give the demonstration of my new invention, the goodies machine. The machine turns out delicious hot doggies one after the other. And thirst-quenching sodas also. Gives popcorn of the most tasty kind, plain unbuttered. Candy too, crunchy and dandy. Steaming hot coffee and ice cream too. These goodies are at a snack bar just waiting for you.
Private messenger. And do you know how to do that in Facebook? I mean, in Facebook, whatever. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?
At least Facebook is still around hundreds of years into the future.
Hey, why mess with a good thing?
Go ahead and
right?
clip that one, guys. You can send that one to me later, too. Thanks a lot.
As everyone knows, rainbows usually have a treasure at the end. Let's follow this one and see if we can find the pot of gold.
Sweaty though.
Very sweaty.
All right, folks. We're back. Yay. So we were leaving it at was going back to what so let's see, Cham, you and Rye are hearing this yelling back and forth. You hear something cryptic from Wilson about could be my last transmission. Can someone open up the bay door to the Kronos, which you know is going to be catastrophic to the ship, at least anything down in that area, when that door opens up. But you also, in that same moment as moving forward, when it was going on, all of a sudden the ship jerked even more, as though somebody apparently put the pedal to the metal on the engines to
Oops, my fingers slipped.
floor this. You don't, because she just got in there and wasn't saying shit to anybody and just did her thing.
I can't. I don't have my suit
That's
on.
true.
Oh,
She didn't have the
no.
suit on.
I told
so,
Miller to be my comms for me, so
Yeah.
at least he's there.
So what do the two of you do? I'm assuming, Rod, that you were coming up the ladder after you locked the door. So Cham said he was waiting for you at the B1, at the B2 section. So that's actually here on the map. Let's the map showcasing for everybody properly.
I'm just cussing at this point. Nope, nobody seems to have responded to the fact that we were just attacked by something. That I told them that we're on. There's something else on the ship with us that's murderous, and so I'm just cussing over the comms at you guys, and I'm in between that and that's within that flurry of swears. I'm also saying, open the damn door for Wilson. And then I'm climbing up to meet Cham. But I'm very nice to Cham. I'm not gonna cuss at Cham because besties.
Well, you've got the shotgun now, so he's got to be nice
Yeah.
to you, apparently.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. I'll give him the bolt gun.
No, I've got the torch.
Oh, that's right. You've got the torch.
He's
We're
got
good. We're
He's
fine.
got the cutting torch. Okay.
How many bullets do I have with that shotgun?
2.
You've got a couple of reloads. So reloads means we don't actually look at number of bullets. It's just kind of I will gauge it for you, but you have several shells. So yeah.
And then Davis has
well,
some extra.
well, I mean, Cham, did you give them all to her? Or you just gave her the shotgun.
Can I have the shells now, Cham?
I
Uh-huh.
just assumed I was giving everything to her.
No,
Is this a
I
pump
have.
shotgun?
now you can, but yeah. So yeah.
What kind of
And
shotgun is this?
it's just a pump action, 12
Just
gauge
pump
shotgun.
action.
Yeah, it's the pump action.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So you two are in this B2 junction. What are we doing?
I'm telling you, Rye, I think we were sent on a suicide mission. It's too coincidental that the ship is full of explosives.
Listen, Cham. Between me and you, we're getting out of this.
Yep.
If we can just keep Davis alive.
Oh yeah. We got to.
We're getting out of this.
We got to, because you are getting back to see your brother.
And I guess Wilson can live too, because if we keep Wilson alive and we get back, this means a raise for us.
There you go.
That's what I think is smart.
So what are y'all doing? Are you going to wait? You know that the airlock bay door down below is about to be blown. So
No, we need to get up. We need to go up, Cham.
Okay.
So
Okay.
let us go up to, I guess, A is
Well,
our
no,
next.
the bridge is on B2, is on the level you're on.
Oh, we're on B. It's on B.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we're gonna make our way towards the bridge.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to step out. So now, Cham, you had locked that door. So I'm assuming you're pushing the buttons to unlock.
Yeah. After I look again.
Okay. You don't see anything moving. No, you don't see anything. But when y'all step out into this room, that's now, some of the ice, like I said, has been melting, and the soot, which is heavy, that's coated the walls from whatever flaming, destruction took place in here. You don't see anything moving. You just see the wreckage of what, siding that would have been, covering the metal interior parts, just for decoration or whatever that stuff. It's all of it. It's melted, burnt. It's just, it's a hallway that's been burned up. But the metal's fine. It's just crusted everywhere.
Can I go ahead and chamber around?
Oh, you got the gun. That's not an issue. Yes. Yeah.
All right, and then I'm gonna, and then I'm gonna say to Cham, I think we should walk back to the bridge.
Works for me.
Okay.
All right, I'm not taking any chances.
Okay, y'all can move into the northern hallway next to the med lab. Okay.
This one?
Yep. Yeah, you'll see that the lights are flashing on, and there looks like some, it's a med lab that it's had. It looks like some stuff has been smashed in there. The cabinet doors are open. There's some big jars somewhere. They're kind of flashing, and you see there's something in the jars. Big, like, specimen jars, like the size like a barrel, There are smaller, they're sitting on tables and full of liquid, and there's something in them. Then you'll see, from there you can't see anything else. You know that there's south door and all that. Looks like it's the room hasn't been fired. It's intact, but med pods are to the south, and med pods are kind of where you can put somebody in there. It's not like a full cryo tube, but you could get in there and they can give you a full scan of the body to see what's going on and help repair tissue. They're kind of like, like I said, they're med pods. They help to help someone heal if they're in danger or something like that. Yeah. And you move on, and you can move on into, as y'all are moving through, and you move on into what's called a living quarters area. And we'll say you got through there as we pick up the action now. To the bridge, back to the bridge. Davis is focused, I'm assuming, just on getting the ship.
Yeah, I'm talking. I'm like yelling at Miller, but in like a "you're my friend," and I'm like, trust what the fuck I'm saying.
Yeah. So now we're to Miller that went to the command station to try to figure out where you heard Wilson's plea to open up the cargo bay area. Are you going to do that?
Has anyone have you communicated what's going on to me, Miller?
I'm You just showed up out of nowhere.
Right.
So you
Right.
kind of showed up out of nowhere, just like ran like right past me as I'm trying to like fumble with my suit to try to figure out which button to push. And then you just like kind of knock me out of the way and just get in like, a computer whiz. And so I'm just like, Wilson said he's coming up into the bay. We need to open the doors.
Fuck Wilson Miller. We're getting this ship going. Go lock that door behind you and watch it. Make sure nothing's coming through that fucking door. Nothing's coming on this bridge unless it's Ryan Cham.
I hand you the my service. Actually, can I even? I would have it on the outside, right?
What's that?
My service pistol. Yeah, I would have it. On
Oh
the
yeah,
outside.
you got the pistol. Yeah, you
I'm
got
gonna
it in
pull
a
out the
holster.
service pistol in the holster. I'm gonna say, take this. I got this. To watch the door, and I hand you I hand you my service pistol to make sure
Cool.
you have something to
Would
protect
I be
yourself.
able to like take that with one hand? And
Oh,
just kind of
sure.
put it
You're
on
showing
my
off.
person?
I'm just gonna put it on the.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Shit,
Cool.
shit, Davis, you're doing handstands in the piloting chair, showing off, okay, and all that.
Yeah,
Okay?
I take the pistol and I just kind of like slip it into like the front of my pants, so it's like in my belt line, just hanging out there.
Okay. All right.
Would I know that if we open the bay doors, that it would damage the ship and possibly cause it to not function correctly?
You know that it's going to cause problems with the bay area and all that. You know, it's going to decompress that whole area. The bulkheads and those doors will shut. Uh-oh.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Someone's upset. We don't have dogs on the ship. Just cats. But no cats on this one.
Shame.
Just this ship has aliens. Okay. So you know that it will be catastrophic to the bay area down there. The ship, because it's not at full speed, it's not going to like rip it apart, but the decompression will, cause those bulkhead doors to shut and lock, which we're going to have to take a lot of work or cutting through to get into that area if needed, but now it'll be.
So you're saying Wilson would be stuck back there by himself if we did get in?
Well, for the moment, yeah. If you don't know what Wilson's doing, but all he said was to open up the bay doors. So
I yell back, do you know what he's up to? We can't. And I say, we need to make sure everybody's. It's my job to keep everybody alive.
I ain't slowing down, Miller.
And then I say, I'm just going. If I open them, will it slow us down?
No,
no.
There might be a jerk. There'll be a jerk on the ship and all that, but you got to make a decision, because in the mine, and you hear as the ship is pulling away, there's still communication with the Montero. You're inside 1 minute before the ship goes Nova.
So it won't slow.
Okay, no, I'm going to tell her. I'm going to tell her.
Slow us down.
Yeah,
actually. I don't think you're worried about it. Will it slow you down? It might, to some degree, but not like a big amount. The ship is going to take a jolt because of what you do, without a doubt. So,
Okay,
but you
so
got to remember
I
it's
say
in
back
space
to Miller, look, open the door, and what's gonna happen is what's gonna happen. But I'm more concerned on where the fuck our engineer is.
They're on their way. They said. She's cursing a lot.
Yeah.
What she always does.
Well, yeah, you've got your suit off. You took your helmet off, so you would have to listen. You kind of have to keep it kind of close by or in your hand.
I think that happened earlier, right?
Yeah, you've got it off, but you could still hear Rye and Cham maybe yelling through if they were talking. But it's going to be, somewhat muted, because you would have to keep the bowl of the helmet toward you so you could hear the speakers and all that. Okay, so
I would yell into the thing when she was like cursing and everything, and like, oh God damn, and I'd be like, stop screaming, Rye, stop screaming and just get up here. You're wasting your air. And then I'm going to just I'm going to leave the helmet with Davis.
Okay.
So I don't have to have that, and I can pull out my rifle, the actual pulse rifle, and I'm going to waddle over there in my suit like a sumo penguin, and try to get to the bay doors and watch them and
so
watch out the bay doors.
I got to make sure I'm understanding. No one's open. You didn't open up Are you opening up the cargo bay area at all?
No, before I do, I'm going to go. Because Wilson said he's coming into airpod. I think he said he was getting into.
He's coming into. Well, Yeah, he's the pod, but he's trying to come through he's trying to get himself to, he would enter into the cargo bay, but someone has to open those doors to the outside.
I think I'll be like, tell Wilson to not aim at the ship, but aim past the ship, and we'll pick him up. There's air in there. Then I pull the camera away, and then he'll be out of the way.
I'm screaming into the comms. Open the damn doors for Wilson.
Miller, make me a what's the perception roll? Or basically, I want to know if you're make me a observation roll, please. That's all we've got for perception. I want to.
Okay. So I'm thinking, yeah, if we slow this thing down, we could jeopardize. If he's in the airpod, he's going to be shooting out. So
are we shooting out?
Got so many jokes to make right now, Duff, that are not TOS appropriate.
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to not get too many visuals here. What's taking place as
we're up shit creek without a paddle.
If the Montero goes supernova, there's a more than 90% chance that Wilson is obliterated in the pod.
You mean because he doesn't have the protection of the
exactly?
Like
he is because he is outside when that shockwave and that explosion hits.
That makes sense. All right, then my duty as a captain is to make sure nobody gets left behind, even if I don't like him that much. I think then I was like, your job is to fly. I love you, Davis, but he may have info that we need, and then I'm gonna. Before I guess run over, I'm going to drop the helmet next to her so she can communicate with Rye and Cham and I guess Wilson. And I'm going to make my way then over to here.
The command station. You'll need to go to the command station.
Yep. I'm going to hop over the bridge and climb up the bridge and then
fine.
I should know where the button is, or do I push the comm?
You'll find it. So you're going to make me another you'll need to make me a comm tech roll. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Oh, so nervous twitch. Anybody street level? Yeah. So your twitch, you are freaking out, Miller, but you're able to hit. Like you're able to hit the button. So you just have to be quick on your toes with this. As you hit that button, and the doors, you're a popping noise. All of y'all feel it's a lurch again as the whole ship is just yanked and air escapes and all that. Wilson is ejected and he is coming straight at the butt. The Montero explodes, goes up. That shockwave catches Wilson and the door opens up. Wilson,
you want your seatbelt.
You're going to need to make me a piloting roll.
Okay, piloting is 0.
I know. I know. Oh, but you haven't used your story point. So, what happens? Here we go. Can he do it? He does it! Oh my God, he does!
By the skin of your fucking teeth.
So yes, that shockwave. Yeah, that shockwave hits the back of that pod, and you go from 100 miles an hour to about 1,000,000 miles an hour. And you hold it, and you just hit that door. Comes down at an angle, and you hit that door, and just ricochet, slamming into the back wall area. You are knocked out. You are okay, and bam, because the rest of the ship now is lurched forward, and all the rest of y'all, guess what? I get another point of stress for all of y'all, and I need survival rolls from all of y'all that are on the ship.
Ooh.
Does that include?
No, you're knocked out. You're out. The concussion and all that.
It all worked out in my end.
Yeah. Look, oh no. Okay, keep it.
Can I do a survival?
Yeah, I want you to. You can use a story
point
point if you haven't used it. Yes, most certainly. That's what they're there for. Okay.
Is this survival is to try to not get knocked out?
This was not to get your ass knocked. This was to take some
Yeah.
problems. This was not you're lifted up out of where you're at, thrown against walls, thrown against cargo bay. The doors and the wherever you're at.
Did my roll not go through?
I see a
You're a
Rye.
failure.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh fuck.
Sorry, Rye.
Okay,
Oh,
hold
fuck.
on. I
Okay,
gotta look at all
accidentally
this.
just rolled again.
Okay, so survival roll. Davis is failed, and keeping it together. So you manage it, but you still failed. So Davis, you're lift. Okay, I'm taking one at a time. Davis, would you make me a stamina roll, please?
Yeah.
Since you failed.
Okay.
Okay, so Davis, you're gonna take some damage here.
Okay.
Okay. So I think you know. So 1 second. Yeah.
Davis.
So what happened to Miller? You
I'm gonna do
succeeded.
a survival or my story points to try to make that a success. So I don't.
Yeah, 1 second. Okay, so you make success. So you basically were lurching and you grab a hold of one of the comm station chairs or whatever. You were able to just, just in time before you were lifted up and thrown into the ceiling. But what you see though, as you're catching, you look back to see Davis shoot. She gets lifted up out of the chair and flies straight into the blast doors that cover the windows and all that. She would have she like ejected out the window had it not, like glass on a wreck, whatever. And she just slams into it and drops to the ground. I don't know about the screaming. Cham, what happened to you? You failure. Cham, you're going to take a point at you. Oh, so Cham, you're wearing your suit still. Would you give me an armor roll?
Okay.
And Rye, what happened to you? I don't see a roll on Rye.
Yeah, I didn't see.
That's fine.
I thought I rolled it.
That's fine. Hit it. So let me Cham, give me your armor roll for. Okay, you absorb the point. Your suit, you're buffered. Your suit takes the damage for you, so you slam into the wall and do fine. Rye, I first need the survival roll from you.
There you go.
Okay.
Oh,
you managed to keep it together. Okay, same thing. So you got a success. So you hold on to one that maybe the ladder. So you grab it.
Hold on to Cham.
Yeah. You use Cham as the buffer.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, not a problem. So Cham buffers the pain, and so you don't take a damage. Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Wow. So everybody, that buffet of the ship, and there was a bright flash of white light that everybody saw, and you probably maybe even saw your bones through the suits that you're wearing and your skin and all that, because this was a huge blast that just lit up the whole area. The ship is just the bells and whistles all going off. The sensors are all, blaring that mission critical. But the main thing is that you're hearing, that Miller is, because Davis is on the floor for the moment, that, it's happening everywhere. What do you do, Miller?
With out of game knowledge, would Miller know, like, if she would look at the dashboard, the pilot board or whatever, would she know if there's a button she could push to get control of those lights and get them, get everything stabilized?
Well, so not stabilizing the suits. You just know that your ship is in trouble because it.
No,
just
I'm talking about the ship. I'm talking about the ship.
Well, you gonna know.
Like, I'm
you're
talking about,
not
like,
by
if
yourself.
If I need to pilot it or something like that,
the ship is piloted. Yeah, the ship needs to. You're gonna have to get into the pilot chair because you're gonna. Well, so
I'm saying, like, would I? Is that like being with the situation because I'm not actually there? If we're going upside down, would I think, okay, I need to get this ship control before we all die?
Well, you got your pilot's on the floor right in front of you.
Right, but if the ship is going to have catastrophic issues right away, I would probably need to make sure that
you don't. If that's the issue, the case, there ain't nothing on a button that's going to push to stop it all. The ship is going to have to. The ship is going to have to be. You're going to have to do walkthroughs. You're going to have to figure out what's. You're seeing buttons flash everywhere. There's everything. The question is getting control of your ship, and your pilot is laying on the ground. Now, pilot, you'll need to. So those who took damage, you'll need to take a point of damage. So just make sure you just subtract 1 from your HP. You can click on it in the combat tracker, and subtract it. So there's not buttons. You got to remember this is 80s tech. There's not buttons other than fire suppression, which you are getting some. You can go over and push a button at the life support to say, hey, check air pressures. It'll tell you if some of the bulkheads are in trouble or where you're losing air that needs to go be repaired. It is going to show you that the cargo bay is in completely decompression mode because the door was opened up. Who was the dumbass that did that? Mother's asking. And then, your ship is moving forward. It got buffeted by the explosion, but it stayed together. It didn't collapse because of its size. And it is an old tugboat. They don't make them like they used to, apparently. And you're from where you're at the command station right now, y'all got some. You're gonna have to go assess the ship to find out what's hurt. So
okay, yeah, I was asking that because I do have piloting skills, but I'm gonna try to revive. Since it doesn't seem like there's anything I can do to actually take care of the situation in the ship, I'm gonna make sure I get the person who can.
Okay, so you're gonna,
I guess, slap her in the face or something like that, or.
Okay, so so basically, here we go, Davis. So here's the reveal. So Davis is laying face down, and you flip Davis over. She's passed out. You're going to see something that you weren't expecting to see from Davis. She's got white milky substance coming out of a wound in her forehead. There's not blood.
That she's probably a bot then, or cyborg.
I'm just letting you know that as eyes start fluttering, that there's this open gash on the forehead, and this white milky substance is pouring out.
Should I roll like a observation to know that what that is?
I'm just you already know what it is. Yes, that is synthetic blood that is coming out of this individual.
Just roll her back on her face. She's fine.
I'll be like, what the hell?
That's
Davis?
what I would do. I would just say no.
Davis, you're a thins. Davis, get up. We need you to. We gotta get control of this ship. Help me.
Hit me another stamina roll, Davis. As you're rebooting
really hard this time.
Okay, no, that's good. Look at that!
I don't know why it keeps doing it twice.
Well, it doesn't. Well, because it's not doing because when you get the face hugger, it automatically rolls the stress. But you are a synthetic, and you are not affected by stress, so it doesn't mean shit to you. Okay,
you're like there's no synthetics in this ship.
Yeah, so Davis reboots and opens up, and you look you're staring right at Miller, who's staring right at you, and you understand. He says, "What do you say to him? What do y'all say to each other? You see what
I look at Miller, and I just kind of like I do like a weird like twitch thing and say, Miller, what's the status? Where are we? What's happening? And it's like almost like something just kind of like short circuits, but then I snap right back into it.
I'm in kind of a shock, like looking down at her, just like my friend is a synth, and I'm guessing that's not considered full blood.
You've had no idea.
Yeah.
You've had no idea that this pilot of yours has been a synth at all, and y'all have known each other for several years.
We're in trouble. We need to let's get control of the ship. We need to go get. I need to go get see if the other two are here yet.
All right, I'm gonna instantly get to my feet, and do I see like the ship is still like careening through space, right?
It's it's still boring through where you left the pedal to the metal, but no one's at the The helm.
Station.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get back into the pilot chair
Okay.
I'll help
at
her if
this
she
point.
needs it. If
Okay.
she needs it.
Miller might give you a tissue to dab your forehead a little bit, because it's bleeding pretty good.
Clean yourself off.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean that's yeah.
I guess there's nothing I can really do if like anyone else comes in and sees. Like, do we have any way of like, I don't know, if I clean myself up, will it still be apparent?
You need it. Yeah, you got it because it's good, pretty good on your face and on your outfit and all that.
Okay.
Yeah, and so you don't have any cleanup or material here. You know that to get repaired and to kind of fix the wound and all that, that you would have to get down to the med pod, down in the med bay. So there would be.
Yeah, it's not that bad of a wound.
Yeah, so well, it's a good enough. It's a good enough. It's not that bad, but it's still enough that you could get stitched up because you're still bleeding, and
Right.
it's gonna be coming out for a while. So, but you can put pressure on it, with the maybe rip.
You can probably rip off some of your.
Yeah,
cloth
you
and
get
wrap it around
something
your
and
head.
you're pushing on it, but you're basically doing that, going, hey, I'm a robot, and
I don't even mention it. I
Yeah.
just ignore it. I
that's
pretend
perfectly
like,
fine. Yep.
I'll let Miller mention it if you want, but
Okay,
I don't.
so you're not trying to cover it up then?
I mean, there's nothing to cover up at this point.
Like you're trying to stop whatever, and like you're not.
But yeah,
doing stuff?
I'm trying to like stop the bleeding. But I'm not like hiding from you because I can't at this point. Like it's very obvious if you know kind of deal. So, but I'm also not saying like, oh hey, yeah, I'm a synth, haha, surprise.
Yeah,
I'm
just
just
say-
like I'm
No.
instantly going and doing what you ordered me to do, basically.
I said, all right, Davis, let's get out of here.
Okay.
Stabilize this thing, and I'm gonna go get the rest. And just like I go back into command mode, like just identify her
Okay.
as Davis, like I always did, and just kind of like go into robotic mode, just like.
So you're doing all that. Okay, that's fine. Cham and Rye, you pick yourself off the floor. Rye first will get off of Cham, and then Cham will pick himself up. What are we doing here in the middle of the living quarters area?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just curious because the helmets were off in open comms. How much did we actually hear the captain go, "You're a synth"?
No, because he had given the helmet to.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
probably
but
flew
they
too. That's
were-
probably flew against the window.
And
as
it's
well.
gone. Yeah, it's down
That's
on the
what I'm
ground.
asking.
Yeah,
Do
it's
we
down.
know yet?
No, you have no
Okay.
idea. That was only between
Okay.
the two of them right now. So
Okay.
But you know that the ship, the Montero, everything that all that y'all had and owned and all that was gone. You're in this room here, and
The last thing we were told was to get to.
and that but the dock was also the cargo bay door was also opened up for some reason.
And last thing he told us was to get up to
Get toward the bridge. Yes,
to the bridge.
Correct. Yep.
Rye's gonna immediately, the moment that her and Cham get up, she's gonna put her back to Cham with the shotgun like ready to go.
Okay.
And she's gonna look behind her shoulder at Cham and say, "You good, buddy?"
Yep. How about you?
I'm all right.
Let's get going to the bridge.
Yep, we're gonna keep moving back to back.
Y'all can move y'all can move up through a couple. Yeah, y'all can move almost to the door that's straight in front of Cham. Y'all could get there. Just keep going. The door, keep going right up there. Yeah, y'all get to that door. Wilson, if you'll bear with me a moment, as you are knocked out.
Deepen.
Yeah. So back to Miller and Davis.
We'll just wait for him to get impregnated by one of the aliens, and then we'll go on.
So are you gonna? So Davis doesn't say anything to you. Hops in the chair, gets to getting the ship under control, checking the readouts. What are you doing though, Miller? You've got everything in this room that's activated is beeping, going off, telling you that there's problems.
I don't think there's anything it will let me do from here because I don't have command. I don't have access to Mother, anyways.
No, you do
that
not.
I know of.
No, you do
So-
not. That's right.
I'm going to go to the door as gave us, as we were planning, just stick with it and try to make this room our safe space kind of thing, and just wait for them to come in and then make it our place. So I'm going to go there to that door.
Make me an observation roll as you do that, please.
All right.
Okay, nicely done. Okay, so you got a stunt there that you can hold on to. The one thing you're going to see is that the life support, you're checking that console as you go by, and the 5 tubes that show active have all been decompressed and opened up.
Do you mean the cryos?
The cryo tubes, 5 tubes went from being they were inactive, they were being used, now are showing that they were activated, reactivated, stabilized, and 5 life forms were awake.
I'm going to go back. I'm going to shout that as I walk into the door, or going to the door, like running actually.
And the life support systems in the ship is picking up a very faint signal coming from the cargo bay. A faint beep noise of something is in the cargo bay alive.
I could probably put two and two together and know that we realize that's Wilson. Does it show that there's heat signatures coming from those life?
It just shows you that there is a life support signal, and the monitor's picking up something from the sensors within the ship that there is something in the cargo bay.
All right, I'm gonna yell back to Davis. It looks like whoever was in the ship before is coming out of cryo sleep. Hopefully, they're going to be with us and not trying to kill us. And I'm going to take my pulse rifle, kind of put it next to the door and pull out my motion sensor, because I think I can't hold the rifle at the same time I'm doing the motion sensor.
That's fine. That's fine. Yep. Okay.
And then so I can grab it and pick it up really quick if I do see something. And I'm going to try to see if I see anything coming, like especially Rye and them.
You pick up contacts coming toward you from the southern hallway. 2 contacts are coming towards you.
I'm going to pick up my rifle then and wait outside the door and point my rifle at the and put it like on the floor so I can still like look down at it if I need to. And just wait for them to see,
it's coming closer as y'all.
If it's them or if it's her.
Oh, I guess
it's an alien or something.
Well, so are you pointing? You're pointing the pulse rifle toward the hallway where they're at. Is that what I'm hearing?
I'm pointing it this way. Yeah, if that's where they're.
Okay.
If it's finding them, yes. Is that the one? Because I'm gonna. I think it's them.
Well, you don't know. You have no way of telling. You don't have the
exactly. That's why I'm pointing it. That's why I'm pointing
it. But the motion tracker is telling you that 2 things are coming towards you. Cham and Rye, y'all can move on up into the hallway, please.
Can I shout and say, Cham and Rye, is that you?
You most certainly can.
Yeah, I'm going to try to do a voice check, like a friend check.
They both can give me observation rolls because they still have their helmets and suits on. So they're not really going to hear well.
Uh-oh.
Rye most certainly doesn't, and Rye is twitching up a storm. Cham doesn't hear either. And
I'm telling you, Rye, if we get friendly fire,
who's the one with the shotgun here?
Why would I do that to you, Cham? That is not very nice.
Well, there's one thing I want to say, Jimmy. I'm not going to shoot. I don't know what this big bad thing is because I just heard like they said some big problem, but I do know something's on it. So if I see something I don't recognize pop into my view, then I'm probably going to shoot. But if I see 2 space human shoots like I saw leave with me, then I'm not going to shoot.
I'm seeing Cham's leading the way, so Cham's going to come around the corner, but you're going to have to make me an observation roll there, Miller, or you're going to light something up.
I'm all nervous and twitchy.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's what the stress is for.
Oh, no.
That's a failure. You managed to keep it together. Okay, barely.
I swear to God, Miller.
Oh, I should have done. I know it's so, but yeah, could Bones maybe take? Yeah, maybe Bones takes it instead, or I mean, yeah. Yeah, right. So
like shoot it right in front of his face.
no, what happens is that you unload. So you basically fire off a round, but it hits the. It's going to hit the internal bulkhead area because you damn well know that if this bullet hits the outside areas and pierces the bulkhead, that you've got a decompression. But I'm not going to be a dick yet. Yet I said. And it's going to hit the junction area and careen into there as Cham and Rye fall to the ground, or do I don't know. Cham, Rye's got the shotgun, but she's behind Cham. Rye, are you?
I can cover Rye.
Yeah, Rye's gonna hit the deck. She's gonna hit the deck so fast.
But Rye's been twitching a lot, so I need Rye to also make an observation roll. If Rye can keep it under control, or Rye's going to blast Cham in the back. Okay, there you go. So there you go. So you basically, you just, you almost just lowered that weapon and squeezed that trigger off, but you kept it down, and you then look to see Miller, helmet off, standing in the doorway with the look of, oh shit, I just let a round off. At the two of y'all, but she has her helmet off, and you two do not.
And I'm screaming like there, but you probably can't hear. I'm like screaming. I called you. Why didn't you call? Why didn't you answer to me?
What kind of slugs are in that shotgun?
They're just 12 gauge. They're 12 gauge.
Just
barrel.
12 gauge.
Yeah, shot.
Okay. I'm just curious as to what kind of destruction that shotgun could do if I accidentally shoot somebody with it.
Well, it has damage on it. It shows you the damage for the roll on that.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. So it's 1 or 2. So.
All right. Do we see Miller at this point?
You see Miller at this point. Both of you, the guns leveled at each other, and she's basically jerked it away just in time as a bullet slammed into the bulkhead to y'all's left, and is yelling kind of at y'all. And you hear you can't make out the words, but you can hear that she's yelling because y'all have your helmets still on. But you see that Miller does not have her helmet on.
Seeing that, Rye's gonna point the shotgun at Miller. Rye's like on edge and is like shouting back, but Miller probably can't hear her. Saying, "What the hell are you shooting at us for? What's wrong with you?"
Well, yeah, but you're yelling, but only Cham can hear that because
yeah, exactly.
Okay,
so I imagine it's very muffled.
Cham has ducked and covered.
I'm gonna put the rifle down and probably rush towards them to help them up and try to get them into the room.
Okay, well,
if they'll let me.
Yeah, Rye's freaking out in front of you, holding this shotgun at you. Cham's on the ground, trying to crawl away. No one see me. No one see me. Trying to leave. Cham just wants to go home. Okay. Cham wants his sandwich. Where's my sandwich? Okay.
Rye's freaking out.
Yeah. Cham, your sandwiches got all obliterated. They all got X-rayed. Okay, sorry, you're.
I blame Wilson and Davis and whoever else for all that.
I did nothing.
So
in fact, I'm saving your asses.
Okay.
Davis, you're cool, I guess.
Okay, so we're doing that. Y'all, Miller, you can run up to. Y'all can move. Y'all basically, I'm gonna move. You'll kind of meet in the hallway here. 1 second. I need Wilson. Make me a stamina roll, would you? We don't want to totally leave. We don't want to leave Wilson out of completely. Okay, okay. We're just giving rolls. Okay, you're still passed out. So unfortunately, we'll get you here in a second. So what are you?
The cryo people save you.
Yeah. So what's happening? Okay, the three of y'all in the hallway. Davis is piloting, minding her own shit. You know.
Is there a way that like I can set the ship
autopilot
and like get out of the pilot? Yeah, can I do that?
Oh, certainly.
That's what I want to do, so I can get up.
Okay, so you got the gun in your hand because you heard the fire go. You heard the pulse rifle go off behind you, and so you pop up. And what do you do after you get out of the chairs?
My first thought is to attempt to get a visual on the cryo chambers that Miller told me they're like things are awakening in them. can I do
You
that
don't.
from
That area. That stuff has all been smashed. So, but
so
only
I can't get any visuals on
you don't have any
anything.
visuals. You just know that you can hear beeping and know that there were some tubes that were being used. Now you can go over and look at the life support because you didn't see them, but Miller saw them that something was coming to life or something.
No, he said to
Oh, he
me.
woke up. That's right.
Yeah.
My bad.
People are waking up. I was like, people
My
are
bad.
coming out of cryo sleep.
Okay, I forgot
Yeah,
that.
so I'm gonna go to the door and just basically be like, what the fuck, get the fuck in here, let's lock this door, we need to bar this area, what are you guys doing?
And I see that, I'm assuming at this point Rye sees that Davis is a synth.
I need observation roll for you for the moment from both you and
All
Cham. Okay. And I'm not worried about stress. This one's just an observation roll. So don't worry. I'm not worried about you still have the stress. I'm just looking to see if you got any. This is just a regular roll. So Rye, no, you're freaking out still. That's something you're not noticing. But Cham, you didn't know that Davis was you didn't know that milk was on in the ship in the bridge. He's got this
milk.
She's got this kind of a little bit of white substance that's still kind of left, even though a good bit of her shirt probably is wet, like it has a dark stain on it, but there's still a little white gleam. You can.
Yeah, I've got some fabric ripped off from my own shirt that
Okay.
I've kind of like made a
Yeah.
super cool Rambo headband out of.
Okay.
You know, like kind of like Karate Kid.
Okay.
Hydraulic fluids, gotcha.
Davis,
But you got your helmet on. You guys have still got your helmets on.
I'm not taking it off yet.
No.
I'm just going to crawl past the captain and into this room.
Yeah.
I am not standing up again between those two.
Okay. So Cham, maybe you saw this. You're not quite certain what you saw, and you just crawl on in there past Miller. Miller's just kind of watching you, crawl right.
I like the mental image of
Yeah.
that's really good.
Cham just crawled right past you, and they're not
he's
taking their
just-
helmets off.
He is going to sit over in this corner.
Okay.
And
Okay.
on the inside, he has his rosary, and he is twisting it.
Okay,
He's going
that's
through and
fine.
counting it.
Okay, so you're taking a moment of silence to become one with your inner self. Okay,
Mhm.
all right. As you do that, you can take off a point of stress as you're doing that, but it's going to take you out of commission for a few minutes here.
That's fine.
Okay, Rye, you see Cham go away, yeah, and Miller, and then you see Davis coming up behind, but you're not quite zoned in on what's going. You see Davis got a cool headband on, but that's about it for the moment. Okay.
This is what I'm doing back and forth between Miller and Davis.
Okay.
I'm panicking.
Yep. You
Davis
are.
has like slipped their pistol back into their waistband and is doing kind of like the surrender thing with Miller and just going, whoa, Rye, I know everybody's scared. Come on.
And you notice that Rye, whether it pays attention or not, but Davis doesn't have any spacesuit on, except she has this bandana. That's but that's it. But she's just in her regular clothes. Miller has got the helmet off, and you can't make out really anything that they're saying to you.
Which I'm in my like little pea-sized brain is thinking like something is terribly wrong if they've taken their spacesuits off, and these aren't my real friends, and I'm very scared. She's very paranoid right now.
Oh,
She's very twitchy, and she is practicing safe gun control, and she is, she's got fingers not on the trigger yet. She knows better. Maybe not.
Okay.
I don't know. I know better. And she's just shaking. And then she very slowly, with her back to the wall, starts moving towards inside of the bridge.
Did you come? Okay. Goes around
Okay.
this-
You can move in there. You can kind of move yourself, slide past them with the shotgun. And you see Cham over there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Cham.
He is seated on the ground with his rosary and his big gloves, trying to count the beads. you know, and
Yeah.
fumbling with it and muttering to himself. Maybe he's praying a little bit. You hear some kind of muffled prayer, barely audible in your headset, and you're just shaking, sweats pouring down your brow, and
I'm that's
both
what she's
of
doing,
you
basically.
will begin to hear a faint beeping noise. Beep, beep, beep. And you will look to your control sensors and all that. You're running out of oxygen.
I'm gonna go
on
ahead
your suit.
and slowly put the shotgun behind me in this corner so neither Miller nor Davis can go for it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start taking off the suit.
You take off the helmet first. You got to get out of it. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
You can pop it out. Yeah, it's it's musty air. It is still kind of cold. Tam, you just still messing with your rosary. You might your second. I don't know what Rye does with her helmet, or she drops it down, holding on to it.
Just gonna drop it down.
It might just slam into you, or bounce right next to you. You see the helmet roll off, and you look up, and you can see Rye has got the helmet off on her suit.
Okay.
Anything, or are you just going to keep doing your rosary?
Once I'm calm enough, I would start taking the helmet off.
Okay. So you can start your helmet off. Wilson, you are going to slowly start. We don't want to keep you totally out of the loop here. So you will slowly start to wake up to find that you were wedged into part of let me go look at the vehicle bay here. 1 second, folks. We have a map for that. And so on our vehicle bay map here as
There's an upside down Humvee as well, right?
Well,
like
there's nothing in. Well, now that's all gone. I mean, when you decompress, it got all shot out. Yeah, and it might have. Wilson might have seen that go by as he was going in. Okay, and Wilson is just slammed up. We're gonna say he came in at an angle, and he is slammed into. Let me look at this now. So ricocheted in and. I'm gonna say we're somewhere kind of stuck. Pod is going to be stuck kind of. You're wedged into the wall. Maybe that's a stair. Well, that's an elevator shaft if I remember correctly, or a stairwell. One of those. What's the up and down arrow show on the? Yeah, that's an elevator.
It's an elevator.
Yeah, so that's part of. There's an elevator's mechanism on both sides. You're stuck. You're in there. Wedged in there, cramped in, metal's encased you. You're basically in a coffin now, but it's at least, you're alive, and you can see that the doors are open still, and you can see space. It's a pretty view of the stars, and you can tell you're alive, but you also have a problem now, because you're losing air in the pod, and you've got your suit, so you've had it on not as long as the rest of them, but you definitely have got that the pod itself has been compromised. There's no doubt, and you got to figure a way to get the F out of this thing, or yeah. I mean, what would you do? You're seeing that you're in this bay, you're stuck. You're kind of wedged into the pod area. You're at least alive.
Right.
What would your mind tell you to do?
I would get on the comms, and Wilson would say, "Is anyone out there?"
Busy signal. So that's going to leave Bones that Jam, you're his only hope. at the moment because you were in the middle of beginning to take your helmet off when Wilson. Actually, I'll give Rye an emotional state and a -2 on that roll. So Rye, you basically down next to the dice and under the chat window, there's a 1, 2, and 3 buttons, and there's one that says -2. You'll see. If you click on that once, it lights it up, and then you can make an observation roll. And Cham, you can make an observation roll too. So, look at roll. Oh. Okay. The roughneck is having a bad problem. Rye is just losing it.
Go crazy.
Well, yeah, you dropped the weapon the shotgun falls to you. Basically, yeah, you've lost.
I had already.
You put it behind you. Yeah, you did put it behind
Yeah.
you. Yeah, so yeah, but the helmet, like you said, we're dropping. You really do drop it now. So
Okay.
there's your justification for dropping it. It falls out of
Perfect.
your head, and you're over there in a close to catatonic state. But Cham, you just crackling, and you hear just this weak voice of you think it's Wilson talking to you in the suit calmly.
And I got a stunt. Yay. Wilson, is that you?
Yes, I'm in the cargo bay. I must have passed out.
Glad you're alive. We have a bit of a situation here. Friendly fire and all that. People are bleeding. But we will try to get to you as soon as possible.
Jam, I'm running at oxygen. I don't think the suit will last me too much longer.
You can do it, Betty. Remember what they taught you in suit school. Because Cham is like trying to figure out, because the entire section is decompressed, right? That entire
you think so. I mean, you know, y'all don't know. I don't. So you know that the door was supposed to be opened up, and yeah, could you put 2 and 2 together that maybe the lurch or the explosion, maybe it all happened together, and so maybe, you know, but you won't know. You don't know for certain what's going on down there until you go look. And Wilson's hurting. You can tell that in his voice.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. But he's somehow 1 minute, he was in the Montero, and the next minute he's in the Kronos in the cargo bay.
Why did you have to be a company man that trying to rescue whatever you needed to rescue? I will tell the captain, and she will get you fixed. Is there any way you can, if you're running out of air in your pod, are you able to actually make it somewhere where we would be able to extract you from?
No, the cargo bays are still open. Whoever opened them didn't close them.
Sorry. Oh my god.
I don't know who opened them.
Freaking hilarious. Okay.
I was busy battling for my life.
Okay.
Here, Hodo.
Hold on.
Like a terrible captain right now.
Let me put you on hold 1 second. Yeah. You hear the girl of Ipanema. Come on.
And I'm finished getting my helmet off, and I just say, Captain, here. You know more about this than I do.
Okay. So Chan pulls off his helmet and he's basically handing to Miller. Y'all
It's Wilson.
Wilson, I'm sorry. No, it's Wilson there. So
Yeah,
y'all are
I
kind of
tell
right
you.
inside the bridge area here. And right after he does that, all of you that are sitting in the bridge here, who the fuck are you on our ship? And I'll turn to look, and standing here,
I knew they were back.
looking at all y'all, are 5 individuals that are in their skivvies and pulling on basically what looks like an older, jumpsuit like you would wear in the ship and all that. You see a man. Let me give you.
Can Rye pick up her shotgun again?
Nope. Nope.
Damn it.
Nope. You are clearly freaking out. You're going to see a man. I'm not worried about the names right now. You'll learn them, but you're going to see a gentleman that looks like this, who's the one that says, "Who the F are you?" Behind him is a 4'11" black female that is going, "Yeah, motherfuckers, you're on our ship. I'm gonna kick y'all's ass for being on our ship." She is feisty as hell looking. You see older looking gentleman, glasses on, looking a little haggard. There is a younger man behind him. It's kind of holding him up, kind of got one of his arms kind of holding him. And then another lady, kind of blondish hair. They're all kind of five of you standing there looking at y'all, and this main dude is going, "Who the hell are y'all on my effing ship?" And that is where we'll hold for the night.
Oh yeah. All right.
And that, if I'm not mistaken, takes us into Act 2.
These pulse guns are really, really sensitive. I just gotta tell you, they go off.
No, actually, it does not.
Wanna hear it?
I apologize. It does not take us into Act 2 yet. So, okay, we're just checking. Okay. They have name tags on these outfits they're wearing, and you do say that they see USSC Cronus on one side and a name tag on the other, and we'll learn those names next time on the show. So, there's where we'll hold. Nicely done.
Hold on, Wilson.
Always.
Oh, Wilson.
Wilson, you make it fun. So
just keeping it interesting.
Yeah.
Hey,
You guys were too
Jimmy.
boring, so I spiced it up.
Oh, you did. Oh, you did. And I'm dancing on my feet going, "Shit, what am I going to do here?" So, all right, folks. Yeah, we're going to hold there as we continue on. So, yeah, you can already tell that, yes, I would normally say that this series takes 3 to 5 episodes, or we're going to hit 5. There's no doubt with the way things are going. And so we'll just, if we need, but I need to know from the players if that's affecting things that are coming up. Let me know if we need to if we need to speed up a little bit. I can cut a few things here and there, but I have been just letting y'all play this out on y'all's own speed here, which is sometimes fast, sometimes really slow, and sometimes what the F are you doing?
Which
That's
one
just,
are we?
what the F are you doing?
Good. I was hoping for that answer.
I'll just actually it'd be D, all of the above. So okay, and like I said, we're in some uncharted territory here that has happened. That is hilarious. So I'm gonna have to remember this because this is funny as hell. Folks, we want to thank the players as always. Thank the viewers. We thank the Raid, Nightheart Gaming, and Frank. They're doing well with their players. Good to see y'all over at Nightheart Gaming, and we will be back. We might stream tomorrow night some gaming stuff, but if not, you've got plenty of shows going on. Do any of y'all have anything streaming tomorrow night? Players? Anything?
I'm off tomorrow.
Off tomorrow, Creep.
I'm gonna be playing some Cyberpunk tomorrow on my channel, starting at I think 10 p.m. Eastern.
Okay. So we've
I don't
got
even
that.
know my own schedule.
We know D20 Enclave Josh, Mech45, he's got his show. And then Mandy's also running the Dinglings over on her channel. So plenty of content tomorrow night. But then we ask you come back over here a Saturday night after you're done watching stuff, because we'll have our ladies back again for another episode of Rise Up Against the Slave Lords. And we've got some giveaways from my wife's store, The Druid's Den. If you have checked out the Twitter feeds, we're going to be giving away a smudge stick that is in the shape of a broom, like a witch's broom. Okay?
That's so cool.
Little bitty
Oh my
handheld
God, you're
smudge
speaking
sticks.
of a little witch
Okay.
in my heart.
Well, you haven't seen my wife's store. You need to go look at thedruidsden.com.
I need to.
Okay.
What is a smudge stick? I'm sorry.
Smudge stick is a bunch of dried herbs that you burn up to get rid of bad spirits or refresh and re-cleanse a certain area. So they have different meanings. She has different ones that have different properties to them based on the herbs that are inside the smudge stick. Plus we've got candles, spell kits. We're giving away a pack of the Alleyman Tarot card deck that was a Kickstarter that was done a while back ago, and the Alleyman created it was basically a tarot deck of all these. Every card's mismatched. They're not the same. The backings on them and the look of them, every one is different, and the artwork on them. And we just got those in from the Kickstarter, so we're going to give away a deck of that. And then I think not this next week, the next week on Seth's show, she's going to give away something else on the. I can't remember what it is for the Strixhaven game, but actually one day on Strixhaven, Rachel's actually going to do a spell kit class for the students as though they're actually in class. She's going to act like a professor and do a spell kit creation, and they're going to be learning this for real, but as students on the show. So if you haven't checked it out, go check out the druidsden.com is my wife's store. Apothecary and Magical Needs are all there. And that is it. But yeah, that's us for Saturday. And then we're back here. Yeah, Strixhaven on Monday night, and then more Alien. Hopefully we'll get our next game of Destroyer of Worlds back in on next Wednesday, since we lost a couple players and didn't get to play last night. So,
oh no.
It's okay. It happens. Yeah, they're definitely they're in for the thick of it too. So they're going to go the long way, but we're having fun
Maybe
here.
We'll find them too.
Your possibility. So, all right, folks, that's it. It's enough of me rambling. Thank you once again to the players, and for everybody else, y'all be good. Enjoy your weekend. Stay safe, and we'll see y'all later. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.